We good? We still
Mm-hmm.
good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome, anime enthusiasts, to Squad Nero, the ultimate destination for all things anime. Whether you're a seasoned otaku or just taking your first steps into the captivating world of Japanese animation, you found your home. I'm Rob, aka Sage. With me today, I have Nyle, aka Crocoscorner, Chef D, and Tsmoov, your guides through the vast realms of creativity, epic adventures, and heartfelt stories that anime, animation, and gaming have to offer. Join us each week as we dive deep into the latest releases, explore hidden gems, and discuss the hottest topics in the Blur community. Get ready for a journey filled with laughter, tears, and the unbridled passion that makes an anime a truly unique art form. Without further ado, let the anime odyssey begin. We are back in this thing again, Squad Nero, with another episode, episode 8. Today we gonna wrap that good old blue, red, and white.
Hold
That
on.
goddamn
Hold on.
Buffalo Bills.
Hold on. Hold on.
What's going on?
Hold on. Let's go, Bills! That's what we do. Flipping tables over here. Jumping everybody out. Next is Chiefs. Taylor Swift catches L. Let's go. Okay, I'm done.
I like
Um,
it. He took all my energy for it too. That's like mine and his. I just wanna,
yeah,
cause I
yeah.
ain't doing all
I
that.
thought I had energy, but not after that. All
Yeah,
right,
he
so I'm
killed
not even
that.
gonna bring
That's
it up. I'm gonna just put it on there. I'm gonna put it on my
go
soul
Bills,
to come
go
it down. The
Bills.
go
We
Bills.
letting it
Bills
know.
my team
Yo.
this motherfucker. We took that fucking W today, and that's what we fucking needed. We lived to see another fucking week, so we back in this
Terrence
thing.
expressed how much that win meant to
OD,
us.
OD.
That's
Especially
the
after the
best way I can
season.
sum it up.
Especially after the season we had. Especially after the season we had. All right, so to get into these topics today, hold on, let me pull up the notes
Bills
real quick. We
Mafia.
got a couple different
Bills
things.
Mafia.
We
Bills
got
Mafia.
we got some new anime coming up, or that actually just released recently. We got Solo Leveling. They're having 2 episodes out right now. Mashley Magic and Muscles also with 2 episodes out. Echo also has released with the full entire season. We'll talk about that. Marvel Spotlight as well, and then we're gonna start off the topics today with, I'm generally curious for what do y'all feel is the most difficult anime power systems to grasp upon. I guess it was a little Twitter, I guess, back and forth with different people, different anime weebs. They were kind of confused as to what somebody would classify as the most difficult power system to get. Some would say JoJo's
Involved
Bizarre
in.
Adventure. Some would say Hunter x Hunter. Some would say even Jujutsu Kaisen as of recently. But I'm curious to see what what are y'all's most difficult anime power systems that it took for y'all to understand.
Oh, like the diff.
Well,
I thought you were saying like how
The
difficult they would
difficult,
be for a
so like
person
you
to
know how
achieve.
Jujutsu, yeah,
well,
it's
to start
not. So
off,
like you
Black Guy
know,
from Fortnite, welcome. Thank you for coming through.
Yes,
yes,
thank
Thank
you.
you for
welcome.
coming through. Thank you for the hellos. Um, in my opinion, the only one I really see is like higher with this power scaling. Dragon Ball Z is Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't make sense. It never makes sense. Especially with GT first not being canon, now it's canon, but that's a whole nother ball game right there. But the one is Naruto to me. I hate to say it.
Naruto.
Yeah. Because we know what I'm saying, we know Sasuke, Naruto, blah 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 blah. High end power level. But what about everybody else though? Going down. Not everyone that has like the let me specify it. Taijutsu experts. Rock Lee, Mike Guy. Who else is there that got like extreme Tai abilities? Like because Rock Lee only worked on Taijutsu and he's better than most of the Genjutsu ninjas out there. But how do you explain that? Because they're gonna think that he's weak because he doesn't have no Genjutsu. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I don't necessarily do that because I never really factored in Genjutsu as being the same as Taijutsu. I always like differentiated it. Like Genjutsu is its own thing. When somebody is able to expound upon a great Genjutsu like a Itachi or a Sasuke or something like that, that was in their own right. But that wasn't to say that they were in the same realms of strength as a Might Guy or Rock Lee at that point in time. it was strength, but it wasn't the same amount of strength. You get me? Because even Madara had probably one of the most powerful genjutsus, but then Guy Sensei came in and smacked that nigga up. No cap. Albeit on the brink of death, but he did
Okay,
smack the nigga up.
I need help kind of clarifying. So is it what would be the most difficult to like for if you were in the world, you would have the hardest time learning,
Nah,
or
what was
is
the
No.
most difficult for you to grasp when you were reading slash
oh just
watching
reading
anime?
it?
Yeah,
Nah, yeah, it's
I feel
probably
like
Hunter x
men.
Hunter.
I feel like Hunter
Yeah,
x
it's
Hunter
Hunter
was
x
the
Hunter.
real no cap because it was so many different. I
Yeah,
mean, well,
I can
it
see
was
that
the
one.
main four ones, right?
Yeah.
It was the main four different ways that they could use it and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
but even beyond that, it's going further. Like in the manga, it's a whole nother power set beyond that that's not tied to, and it's more than that. It was so like you could be like a conjurer, you could be. It was more than that. It was like all of the like all of the little elementals. I remember the chart. It was
Yeah, I
like
know which one you're talking
it
about.
was
When they were sitting with
yeah
that the dude before they went to go fight, before
with
going
the
to have to
water.
fight Hisoka. Yeah, before he had to go fight Hisoka at the tournament in the tower.
Yep,
So I know what you're
yep.
talking
And
about.
they did the
Those
little and they
four.
did the little water art. Yeah, and they had the elements. And then remember, like within the elements, they had like different levels of or different types of nin
Zen,
ability
Zetsu,
from
Ren, and
that.
Hatsu.
Yeah, and then from that, it was like you could have combinations. You had like offshoots from that. That was really yeah. That one I would say that's like yeah. Um,
Oh, here we go. Enhancement,
honestly,
transmutation, emission, conjuration, manipulation, and
yeah.
visualization. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That and yeah, dude, it's definitely Hunter x Hunter. But you want to know what I would actually throw in there is I'm not gonna hold you. Like if you're not like a person that was with One Piece for a while and you just kind of jumped into One Piece, that might yes, the simple part is the devil fruit, but that's not. And even at that, that's still like there's so many different like layers to it. But then even at that, it's like hockey and how to use hockey and how like all the applications with hockey. It could if you like just like if you were to jump in it now and be like, oh, all right, let me see what everybody talking about with One Piece. You would see the powers and be like, what? Like
So,
what?
so Krakos, someone just agreed with you. So Dwarfin Gamer said, "What's up, T? How you doing, bro? What's a great question?" He said, "That's a great question. I would have to say maybe One Piece with all the powers. They have all different powers, but then they have the hotkey, like you said."
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree with that. Like it's I wouldn't sleep on it. Hunter x Hunter is probably up there with me too, but One Piece is like the next one that immediately comes to mind.
He said, "Joe,
JoJo's too though. No, JoJo's is yeah, no.
yeah,
Those are
JoJo's
my three.
different
JoJo's is different.
yeah,
because it
because
always
that don't make
switches.
sense. It's always something different with JoJo."
Yeah, it always switches. The stands took it to a whole nother fucking level.
It's mad.
Let me say,
And it's just the types of powers cuz like dude, like yeah, when you start talking about the time like when they start doing like the here my power is I can freeze time and like after we get beyond that, which I think was Jotaro, like after we get beyond that, it was like all right, yo, this is kind I gotta like rewind this. What does that mean? Even with the arc with Jolene, I think that was the most recent one that came out. At least that's been animated. I haven't kept up with it with manga. But even in the arc with Jolene, there was so many instances where I'm like, yeah, this is kind of like throwing me off a little bit. Like, what happened? What is this? So JoJo is another. That's a great one. That's a great one to add.
Well, to flip the question on his head, since I feel like it's either Hunter x Hunter, Terrence, you said Naruto. Derek, did you have a?
I was gonna say Hunter x Hunter too, because I didn't understand like when they were doing that little Nen 10 shit when they was going up to the tower. And it was like, all
Hmm.
right, cool. Like I'm understanding the power levels, and then they go fight these ants, and I'm like, yo, like these
Yeah.
these just was just born, and now they stronger than niggas that was at the tower at the level.
yep.
Because then I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, we seeing them having trouble with the ants, which is understandable. But then I'm like, okay, we just saw him go toe to toe with Hisoka in the tower. So how would Hisoka fare against these ants and how all these other hunters? Like how would they fare against this shit? So I was just curious, like, okay, like shit was just kind of all over the place because I'm like, it was like you don't know you. I mean, they had the like the general ants and shit like that, but it was just like a little confusing at first.
Now, I got a
Yeah.
question with that. As Hunter x Hunter went on, you could tell Gon wasn't ready due to Hisoka's very pedo state of things of Gon, your body is not ready for me. It's not ready yet. So you know Gon's power level was still growing. Now, after he fought the Chimera ants and everything and took down, what's her name? Pedo? Pito?
Yeah.
P2?
Mm-hmm. P2.
Do you think Hisoka would be like after he recovered and everything? You think Hisoka would be like, yeah, let's really go toe to toe and catch hands? Because even after the tower, because honestly, I felt like Hisoka was not using his full potential against Gon. Do you feel like he would give Gon the hands and probably get sent to jail after him fought? Because I felt like he would probably take advantage of Gon after that point. But that's neither here nor there.
And then just really quickly, Dorfin Gamer 23 said maybe Black Clover. I like this one. It's a little bit of a twist, but maybe Black Clover too. They have all different powers that evolve over time to do different abilities and even change from the original power they had. Yeah. There's something else that makes me think about this that's very similar to that. Um, one that's really quick off the top of my mind. Fire Force is a lot like that, and it wrapped up. But by the end of it, Fairy Tail might be another good example where it's like that because they kind of compound a lot. But yeah, where I can definitely say that I can see where Black Clover, you will throw that in there, is because again it reminds me a lot of how Fire Force was, where it's kind of like, okay, they're getting stronger as time goes on, but like it's getting more complex and complex as we go. Bleach is here's the thing. Bleach is, but up until Yuhak Bot.
We lost him.
Uh-oh. I'm in two screens.
Yo, where do y'all see the chatter?
Go to the.
You'll see my screen that's being shared.
With Bleach, I would just say the Yuak Bot, like that art, like this Thousand War art. That is, yes, it's definitely super complex once you get into that. Everything before that, maybe Aizen. Aizen was definitely difficult, but everybody else's powers that I feel like they were pretty straightforward with. Maybe we could say Aizen. At the point of Aizen, that's where it got a little like iffy. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Bleach might be in there. Bleach might be in there too. That's another good one.
You haba. That man's once he
Yeah.
came in, it was confused because I was confused about the Fullbringer and everything like that. What was the difference between that and
Aizen? It's that Aizen arc. Once you get into that Aizen arc, that's where it kind of like
got a little complicated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so outside of, I feel like we got what, 3 My Hero. I say My Hero, Hunter x Hunter, and then one was Naruto. In terms of on the panel, and then we got some Bleach and some Black Clover and JoJo's. On the flip side, what would be the easiest power
popular
system
one?
that are able to?
Dragon
Ball Z. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is pretty. Yeah.
I think
I
what's
feel like
the name?
Naruto as well too.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah, Demon Slayer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Ringo,
I'm actually with him on that. Yeah, it is.
I feel like some people would get confused with Rengoku.
No, the demons.
Nah,
yes.
it's artistic.
The demons, yes, it will be easy for the rank because of what they have set in place under Michael Jackson and how he set up the whole stance and everything.
Nigga got the drums. Nigga been waiting to use that.
Yeah, it was a good one though.
For a minute now.
But my thing is with the demons, yes, but with the top 10 Hashiras, who's the strongest one per se?
Well, we know it's Guillaume, but
It's the stone.
when Rengoku was injured, it was like he was. We know he's stronger than what's the ninja dude? What's his name?
The snake.
The sound ninja?
No, the
Oh,
yeah, the Sound Hashira.
yeah.
Um, damn. What is his
Yo,
name?
I can't remember it either. That was the last season, right?
no, that
Oh,
was
or 2 seasons
season
ago.
yeah
Yeah,
season
yeah,
2, but
you're
it was
right. It
like
was two
he
seasons
was
ago.
saying
Tengen.
Rengoku was stronger
Tengen.
than him.
Tengen.
Tengen, yeah, but it was like Rengoku was injured when he fought Asuka, so it was like that's the reason he died. But Tengen had uh Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke. He had help, so I guess that's why that's why.
I would say, I would say that nah, but like when you think about it, let's just think about how the complexity and how hard it is to understand Demon Slayer. Like I agree with Derek because like what do you have? It's water, fire. It's not really that hard to understand. Water,
It's
fire.
not even that, but it's how they use their I'm about to say their bending technique, their breath. So it's like we just seen the Mist Hashira take down
Yeah.
a top ranked demon on his own.
Mhm.
So it was like you could understand the ranks between him and Tanjiro in there. It's like, okay, this is like the powers on a different scale, But in some shows like Hunter x Hunter, you'd be like, okay, at this point, any of these niggas could win a fight or anything could happen at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it too. Cause yeah,
Did anyone
is that part
acknowledge
clear cut?
Dwarfing Gamer's comment?
Nah, not yet.
He said that or Kanechi is all martial arts. I don't know if you would consider that because it's not actually powers, but he had mastered all forms of martial arts in a short time frame. Surprisingly, I never watched or read Kanechi, but
Yeah, me
I've
neither.
seen clips of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just unfamiliar.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I
Um.
think one that's like pretty straightforward because it's a boxing anime. Hajime no Ippo.
Most definitely.
That did,
Okay. I'm not
you,
familiar with that
You never watched
either.
Hajime no Ippo?
No,
the
I
hands,
haven't. I've
the
seen.
hands,
I
the
I'm not
haven't.
gonna
I
lie.
know. I know. It's
I'm
one of the
not gonna
ones that
lie.
like.
T, you put me on to that, didn't you?
yes, I did. The
Yeah.
What's
manga's
it
still
called
going.
again?
It's called Hajime no
Hajime
Ippo,
no Ippo. It's
the
probably the
fighting
best
Ippo.
boxing.
H
Yeah, the
A
best
J
boxing
I
one.
M E
Oh,
N I
I
P P
believe me.
O.
Everybody's told me
Now
That shit is
it's really good.
the problem with
it's
Hajime no Ippo, the anime. So you got I think it's like 3 seasons. Then they have another set of episodes, like 75 episodes, but it stops. But the manga keeps going, and where they're at in the manga, which is kind of dope because honestly, with the power leveling scale, Ippo's still up there. He retired from boxing because they thought he was punch drunk. In one of his fights, they thought like he got hit hard enough where he shouldn't box anymore. But from that point on, he was still training as if he was boxing. He was a coach at the gym, but he was still like running, doing everything, and they looking at him like, "Bro, you could still fight." Like, honestly, if it wasn't for Takamura, Hajime would probably be the number one middleweight. Well, Takamura's in middleweight, and he's in what is it, flyweight, and he would be like the number one boxer in his class. But due to some of his fights, he's sitting there taking hits like Tyson because he adopted the pickable style, which is one of the reasons why I really enjoy the anime because when they talk about a major fighter from the past, they bring him up. They show like, oh, he fights like Muhammad Ali, he fights like Tyson, he fights like this, and they explain everything that's going along. And the one reason why that technically, like Dwarfing Gamer said, it's not powers, but it's still boxing. Like Takamura, pound for pound in his class, was the number one middleweight fighter. He can knock somebody out with one punch. But Ippo, once he get that liver blow, you know that power's coming right behind it when he does that Dempsey roll because he sends people flying. But there's other. Well, it was another one I read. that's like straightforward with the power. One Punch Man. Speaking of which,
My shit just started tweaking. All right, now I'm back.
do we lose Nyle and D?
I don't know.
No,
Nah,
I'm right here.
Yeah.
okay. Well, like I saw Nyle. I think Nyle froze.
Oh yeah.
That's why you were sitting still. I'm like, do we which anime? Okay, so someone came in. Which anime would be best at throwing hands? Kind of curious about that. Rock Lee. If we just talking about straight hands, Rock Lee.
Mori Jin from God of High School.
I gotta watch that one. I heard about God of High School, John.
God of High School. Don't watch it because they kind of botched the anime rendition of it. But it's a manhwa. It's a Korean based joint. But it's probably like that. And Solo Leveling is Korean based.
I think JJK got some good hands though.
JJK do got some good hands, yes, but I feel like they be using a lot of moves. JJK reminds me of Naruto
Yep, lost.
in the way that we did. JJK reminds me of Naruto and a lot of how they be fighting and using their abilities in the midst of the fighting type of thing. It's like goes hand in hand.
Okay.
But
So God
damn,
of High School.
God of High School is like it's just straight hands. Niggas obviously use their abilities. but the
Yeah,
main
sorry
thing
about
is-
that, Terrence. It crashed on me.
Nah, that's fine. Like as soon as you pop right in, it's going to move it back in place. Alright, Dorfin just came out saying maybe Baki not as skilled as Rock Lee, but it has the skill and power to back it up. Yeah,
Baki
yeah,
does.
hands down. That's literally Bruce Lee. That if we going with that, it switched.
But if niggas got powers, it's gonna be a different story.
Let me just do this. Switch the order. Boom. Alright, cool.
There we go. All right. Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't know, cause do I think that Baki is gonna stand up to
Or
a
Yuji Ohama.
nigga like Yuji? To be honest with you, Yuji hasn't even touched the precipice of his abilities,
Wait,
and this nigga is still going
I
hand to
didn't
hand.
say Yuji. I said Yuji Ohama.
Oh, my
The
bad.
god himself.
He said, "Big
I'm
hump."
missing. Somebody go like this. You don't even want to put hands on. He go like this and put that big
Bro,
smile
when
up.
they had what is that? It's like a skull on the back. When they first showed that like they back muscles make a demon face, I was like, yo, this is you gotta be kidding me. Like I'm like, listen, I've seen a lot of shows go to a lot of dramatic lengths, but I ain't never seen nothing like this.
But that last arc of Baki when they were fighting that prehistoric dude, that one threw me for a loop because
Yeah.
every last one of them tried to fight him. And if they lost to him, which they did, he would either eat a leg off of them or try and like devour them for like after he kills them or after he defeats them in battle. But when he fought that one dude and they locked like teeth together and it looked so wrong because it looked like they was like passionately kissing. And homeboy,
You know that
ripped
that's
his jaw off.
Baki brother?
Yep.
Yeah. Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was gruesome. I know it's seeing you talking about that, but yeah, dude, you know the background, dude. Baki gets dark.
Yes, it does.
That is another thing, cause like during I think it was the first arc of that explanation of his background, I was like, jeez.
Baki to me is like Tekken.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like
got a similar
Tekken?
vibe.
Like Tekken, like Hahashi.
Jin Kazuma?
Yeah, I would say like Jin Kazuma. Well, actually more like Hahashi with Tekken 8. There's a new girl that came in there, and you think that she's Heihachi's love child with someone else, in a sense. So I'm thinking that Kazuya is probably like it's like Baki, and then this girl is like Jack, in a sense.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to figure that out with the lore. We're going into this new game of Tekken. Can't wait for that. January 26th, whoever want to catch the hands, I'll give y'all my screen name. Come get body.
That's
I need to
crazy.
get back in the. I need to get
He
back in
wants
the
to
game,
smoke.
man.
He wants to smoke.
Dude, and you making me think because I need to get back in the game
I want
because it's
to
a lot
smoke.
of
I
like
got my
fighter
hitbox ready to
games.
go. I got the
But
hitbox
but
ready.
but Terrence, in your estimation, is Baki standing up to a Mike Guy or a Rock Lee?
Rock Lee, yes. Mike Guy, no. And yes, I heard of Pokemon with guns. That's Power World. I can't wait for that one too.
Pokemon with guns.
Yo,
What you shooting?
honestly,
for?
though,
I thought
black
this was
guy
a
from
nice friendly
Fortnite.
battle with Pokemon.
Y'all never
now
heard-
niggas gotta lose their life.
Hold on. Y'all never seen the trailer?
I
for
haven't
Power
heard
World?
about
Nah,
this,
you
but
got
thank
you
you
gotta
for
look
bringing
this up. You gotta look this up now.
Nigga said Pokemon with guns.
Pokemon with guns. You just destroying the premise of this whole entire game.
Nah, son.
Wait, are the guns like the power? So like, do you got like an AK Charizard or something?
So, you gotta look at the trailer.
Oh, what I was gonna say, what you reminded me of. Did y'all see this messed up anime Power Rangers? Did anybody like hear about this? I heard about it super briefly, and I saw like a poster for it. But it's like a animated Power Rangers, but it's like everything is flipped on its head. It's like it's dark. Like it already in the Power Rangers lore. It's like some elements is kind of dark, but like because they had to make it for kids, and it was coming over here going on kid channels and whatnot. Like it's kind of like lighthearted. It's like dark, but like let's say it in a light way, or like let's make it lighter because children and all come together. This is not that. It's like Power Rangers, but like Zod is like evil. It's like evil, like real evil. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna try to find it before the end of this, but it's supposed to be coming out soon.
Go Loser Ranger.
Wait, that might be it. Say it again.
Go Loser
Yeah,
Ranger.
yep. This is
right
it.
here.
This is it. Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, this look. I'm actually kind of curious about this because I'm like, yo, what are they? Because I'm thinking of with everything anime, there's always a level of like drama. Like it's just there's dramatics. It's mad dramatics.
They got an
And
episode?
Nah,
I don't think
fully
so.
Come out yet, but they got a trailer. But I'm gonna put the
Yeah.
trailer up a Power World real quick so y'all can take a gander at it.
All right, we gotta before you put it, we gotta put up on this.
Oh, this is a newer.
Twitch.
Wait, I gotta pull up Twitch?
This is
Yeah, on
this is
your
the
phone, and
Pokemon
then you
game.
watch it.
Nigga, I ain't got Twitch.
You can just go to my
Yeah. He's gonna send you. I can send him the link. It don't matter.
So I could just join Discord?
I got you. Hold on.
I'm so lost.
Hold on.
It's the same way how we did it before.
Man, the Buccaneers putting that dick on the Cowboys.
You mean the Eagles?
Yeah, Eagles.
Yo, first of all,
13-0. The last time I checked, this 13-0. What's the score now?
but then the fact that you just like made the Cowboys
Crazy.
that belittle. I'm sorry, anybody a Cowboys fan here. Y'all been getting it, and I'm
Bruh.
sorry. It's y'all been getting tore up, and I genuinely kind of feel bad for any Cowboy fan out there. Like I don't, but I do.
I don't
But
at all. No,
The fact that you just said that about them.
How much the Eagles losing by?
It's 13.
Yeah, the Eagles kind of just lost it.
13-3.
Well, the Eagles
All right.
are like short-handed. AJ Brown's out this week.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't want to hear that shit.
I got the link, Terrence, but it ain't. I can't click on it.
Mm,
Let me see. Hold on.
We'll go Loser Ranger.
Are you still playing it in here?
Yeah, I'm still playing in here, but I'm about to. I'm still playing
Okay.
in the league.
So if you play it in here, we can't.
You might be able to.
Not
hear it, I'm
on
not
like
sure.
how you're streaming.
It's through Twitch. We would have to watch it through his Twitch in order.
Yeah, so like, see, I just pulled it up on my phone, Derek, and then I'm just gonna watch it on here and mute.
So I got you on Discord now, right?
I'm sending you the message. There you
Mhm.
go. There you go. It's sent.
No, I'm on Twitch.
No, the hyperlink. I just sent you the hyperlink.
Oh,
We stay on Discord on the computer, and then we use Twitch on the phone in order to watch.
so I just joined Tap to Play or whatever. Well, that's not it.
It should probably be an ad that plays first.
No.
It's an ad right now.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, my.
It's another ad.
That's an affiliate. I'm sorry. I'm affiliate. My bad.
Who ads? Go ahead and talk your shit.
I'm affiliate. I've been affiliate. 619 followers, but that's neither here nor there.
Ooh. Who ads? Go ahead and talk
I'm
your
with that. Talk your shit.
All right, I'm on now.
Alright, y'all can mute yourself.
Well, I gotta mute myself.
They got the blicky out while the Pokemon fight. The Pokemon got the fucking blicky too. What the fuck is going on?
Is this really by Pokemon?
It can't be,
it's
bruh.
Not. It's not. That's
Niggas is shooting. Niggas is in
you
tanks.
don't see official Pokemon in there. You don't. Not at all.
White machine guns with the Pokemons.
But,
you gotta be shitting me, bruh.
Nah, son, I'm ready for this one.
It ain't no. I ain't even never played Pokemon before.
Bruh. Someone said, LOL,
That shit
I can
look
only
trash.
imagine a Pokemon with an AK-47.
Parents, you muted. I can't hear you.
My bad, but they can hear me. But my whole thing is, bruh, Pack World about to be a day one free buy for me because I got Game Pass. So I will be playing that and streaming
You
it.
gonna play this?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Time out. This is by Pokemon.
No, it's not.
This ain't like no separate
No,
company. Okay, it's a different
separate
company that did it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's why.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, shoot the Pokemon. I'm with that. That's a
kinda
nice little
cool.
switch up.
Bruh,
Yeah, that's a nice little switch up. If it's Pokemon that did it, I would have been like, come on, fam.
What these niggas got abilities
No, I'm
for?
not shooting no Pikachu. I'm not shooting Pikachu.
What
I'm
these
not
niggas
shooting
got
Charizard.
abilities for?
But if they random,
It's random. It's random.
yeah, that's fine. It's like yo, that you know what it remind me of then? What's that game? Monster Quest.
Work at
You're telling me
factories
I can make a
too.
sweatshop for Pokemon? Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I take that back. I shouldn't have said
Why?
that.
Why I knew he was gonna go there? This is
Dang,
crazy.
it's
Why did
my
I say that?
The Pokemon is shooting niggas. Don't nobody got a problem with this?
Bruh, no, it was actually one gameplay. It's one Pokemon that's like a giant bomb. He put it in a bazooka and shot the bazooka at the...
This is absurd. What happened? If Pikachu hit you with lightning, not with slugs, nigga. What the fuck is going on? What is going on right now? This is crazy. Hey, but more power to him. I guess yeah. Nah, Nyle and fucking T look mad into it. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all about to get that joint.
Bruh.
This nigga Nyle.
I got my Series S. You can play it too, Rob. Me and you still game share. I know you got your other Xbox.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna play it. Stop playing.
Crazy. I'm not.
Stop playing.
I will not play that.
I think it got co-op, Rob. You can join me.
For whatever odd reason, I feel like it goes against my morals. So
It's a lot of things. there's a lot of things that go past your morals that I got you to watch. So deal with it.
You got a valid point with that. All right.
Redo a feeler.
All right. Redo of healer, indeed. All right. So somebody put in Marvel Spotlight. I feel like it was Nile on the off chance. I don't know. And now it seems like he is frozen.
Oh, we
So I,
lost him again.
Yes,
I
we did.
feel like
Well, while he's
I want to
done with
ask
that, why
y'all.
don't we go to solo leveling? Did y'all get a chance to
Solo leveling.
watch the first 2 episodes?
I did. I did.
No,
Did you watch the first one at least, D?
no, y'all can spoil it because I'm. Well, I was supposed to watch it the other day, but I'll probably watch it tonight.
Was you gonna
Well,
read it too or not?
I'm
Yeah,
already
I'm gonna watch it to catch up faster, then I'll read it.
at. I would say read it.
It would be faster to read it.
It would be faster to read it.
Ask me to read.
Yeah, because the
Oh yeah,
panels,
no,
the panels, it's not like your typical manga panels where it's like a whole bunch of boxes. You'll see 2 pictures of a comic, swipe down, be a whole white spot, and there's like a whole nother set. So you're literally flying through everything.
but this is a manhwa Korean, you
Manhwa,
said, right?
yeah, manhwa.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's in black and white too.
No color,
No, it's color.
color,
Thank
color.
God.
It's in the Dropbox in the Google Drive.
Okay,
All 80
Nigga said
chapters.
I'm
All
tired of this
180
black and white
chapters.
shit.
that black and white should be pissing me off. I'm like, yo, didn't I just read this shit?
Yeah. It be when it gets to a whole lot of shit on that page. Yeah, we did lose Croc. We trying to figure out what's going on right now. He probably gonna come back in due
Bro,
time.
I don't know what
We trying to
chat.
stall right now. If you ain't catch black guy from Fortnite, my bad D for cutting you off, but we trying
No,
to
I'm
stall
trying to
right now.
find this chat y'all looking at.
You
So
gotta
do you
go.
see where I'm streaming? Like if you're on the Discord page, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're talking to us in the podcast, right? You see how all of us are in the boxes?
Yeah.
Do you see where it says like I'm sharing my screen, watch stream?
No, all I see is Tsmoov, my name, and then Robert, and I clicked on yours where it say live under Squad Nero.
All right. So if you highlight over me, you should see like that I'm streaming something.
Yeah, watching stream it
Yeah, just
says.
click watch stream.
Yeah, click watch stream.
Yeah.
Is that
And
when you
then
watch
on
it?
the right,
Yeah,
you see
I'm
the
on
screen
there.
chat
Okay, so you see it?
Nope.
where it says black guy from Fortnite and everything.
Hell no.
My fault.
My
I
guy.
just
You
restarted the
you
computer.
clicked on the window.
Oh, it says show chat, and the last thing I see is Tsmoov sharing something from December 3rd.
Nah, that's Discord. So when you in the Discord windows and you looking
Yeah.
at all of us in the windows, it
Yeah.
should be a window. It's a second window that shows not Terrence, but a different view.
Yup,
And
just
it
put
shows
my whole
live.
comment
Oh,
out there. Just
so
put
Click
it's
my
that.
not.
whole
So it's not
Click
going to
that.
be on my screen.
Yeah. Click
put the
that.
whole
Yeah,
government
I'm
out there.
looking. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. I thought it was on my own shit.
This
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
man just put
Nah,
my whole government out there now. Robert.
my bad. They already know Rob is.
He
I
said,
don't.
"Go Bills."
Yeah, I don't know what more you want me to do with that. But yeah. All right. So we was waiting on you now. We was trying to figure out.
Sorry,
No,
I
you
had to
good. You
restart
good.
my computer.
No, you good. This Marvel Spotlight, was that you that brought that?
Yeah, this was one that I added.
Yeah. Could you go into more
I'll
detail?
yeah, I will. So I noticed with Echo when we got the start for the show, it said Marvel Spotlight. And I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, well, I know that DC has their like kind of like offshoots. And I was wondering, do you think that Marvel is going to actually use like Marvel Spotlight in that regard? Like in the same regard where like, hey, if we like, how do you think that that should be organized or it should go about if, you know, if that's something that they are going to utilize kind of further? Oh, sorry, I
When
still had
you
the Discord up.
No, you good. When you put the question in the notes,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like caught off guard because I didn't know exactly what you was talking about. But now that you have expounded upon it, it makes more sense. I think it might might have potential. If they're able to do justice to the characters in which they're going to use, I'm guessing it's going to be a Daredevil. I'm guessing it's going to be the more street level heroes, the more heroes that you're able to actually base a show around, where you don't have to use as much effects or anything like that, and boost up the or keep the cost of the project to a minimum level. I feel like possibly they can do that. They can do what Netflix got right. I'll probably say two or three out of the characters that they picked. The only two characters that I could think that they did fucking terrible shitty on was Luke Cage
And
and
Jessica
Iron Fist.
or Iron. Ooh, you like
Wait,
Jessica?
wait, wait, whoa! You said they did a
I actually
terrible
like
job on
Jessica.
Luke Cage?
Yeah,
They
they did
definitely
they
Yeah, I
did.
did
didn't
a
like
whole
Luke Cage.
fucking
I didn't. Luke
horrendous
Cage is
job
not
with Luke
good.
Cage.
It
I
was
loved
not.
it.
I'm.
I
Fuck
loved
no,
it.
I'm
that shit
happy
was
you are the
atrocious.
sole person who loved
Hey,
that.
I loved it.
hey,
The only thing is
Season
that
season 2 was ass too.
the thing that
all
killed
of that
me,
shit was ass.
it just left it on a cliffhanger. And then on top of that, the Jamaican dude, was he African or was he Jamaican? It was hard to tell a little bit sometimes.
Wait, what happened to that nigga? Why ain't he been in no movies?
You talking about Michael Coulter?
No, I'm talking about Luke Cage in the MCU.
They, it's just
They
like
technically
Daredevil.
ended him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
They're bringing Daredevil back. Basically, what Marvel is doing, they have the opportunity to handpick certain individuals to come back from previous projects, whether it be 21st Century Fox, whether it be the Netflix iterations of all of the different superheroes, whether it be so on and so forth. Anybody that has used a Marvel character up to this point in time is free game. Reason why we getting X-Men back, reason why we getting the Hugh Jackman with the Daredevil and all of that jazz.
Yeah, but they only just probably going by the ones that's successful. So
That one,
that's
the
why you
ones that
saw
fans genuinely
Daredevil.
like. Daredevil, a lot of people genuinely resonated with Daredevil. I feel like Jessica Drew is probably the second, if I'm not mistaken.
Is she coming
Because it
back?
Jessica
I-
Jones?
Jessica
Is she
Jones,
coming
my bad,
back?
Jessica Jones.
I don't know.
I would hope so. I actually liked her series. I'm not gonna lie.
He was floozy.
In comparison to Iron Fist and fucking Luke Cage, that shit was impeccable. Iron Fist pissed me the fuck off. We only seen this nigga
Punisher was
power
like
2 times. Punisher was
Punisher
like
was up
top
there.
tier.
It was up there.
Punisher was probably number 2 to Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil was definitely like some hot shit that came out.
yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, it all depends on how they use these street level characters to really like bridge the gap.
But you think that's what it's gonna be, is like street level? Maybe that's where they go street level and R, and if they can do a really good job, just kind of like grounding that.
I feel like probably street level or Young Avengers. The opportunity to kind of
I think go R, dude. I think like remember when DC was trying to do the DC like universe, like the app, the DC app.
Yeah.
And they had the streaming shows on there. Like it really wasn't like in theory, it was not bad. That was a solid setup to do. Like, all right, we just gonna take our TV shows, like, and we gonna use Teen Titans. Like, it's just gonna be more. It's gonna be things that we can go R, but like you not expecting to take on the roles that Superman would, Batman would, Justice League even would. I think that was a big reason why they even started it and went away from just doing what's his name, Cyborg, having him involved in it like that, because they were like, nah, let's take the other ones that's not like Justice League affiliated, put them over here. We can. It's almost like you said, like street level, and then also this is where like in a lot of that content you was getting a lot of their like rated R content. Not to say that you wasn't getting that with DC movies as it was, but you was definitely getting that from those series that they made. It was I know they tried to do Swamp Thing. People actually liked it, but they stopped it. That's because the whole thing was going down. They did Teen Titans. That one was very adult. That was a very adult Teen Titans. What was the other one? It's with the really obscure. It's almost like they were really
Doom Squad.
Doom Squad. There it is. Yeah, like they that one was another one where it was like very adult. All of the things that they were doing from that was kind of adult, and I think like with Marvel trying to say like, hey, we gotta start giving y'all some type of adult material, because I think that's where they gonna get fans. Like, and that kind of lead into another point that I had added, Rob. But that's where I think like us, they get people like us back. They're like, if it, however Marvel and Disney pivot, we're doing rated R contents under a Disney affiliate, you know. However, because they still seem as if they're trying to work that out, but we're getting it now with Echo. For get a TVMA series with Echo, which is like a huge step. I think that might be where we get one. Like, they'll win us back. Like, if you could get a TVMA Daredevil, you know, with the Disney budget behind it, mind you. Not trying to say anything Netflix, but with the Disney budget, you know, like the MCU budget behind it. I think that we will fall in love with that really easily. Moon Knight. Let's do a TVMA Moon Knight now. You like, see, you it don't seem like one of those things that you like, I don't know if I would really care for it, but like, it kind of sound a little bit more interesting when you like, oh, but it's like you gonna kind of do like TVs are for it. I might be willing to see that. Like, maybe they could even go a little bit more comic accurate. That's why I think Blade, I think they really should just maybe like pivot with Blade. I like that. I understand the movie. I understand the idea of having it as a movie. I understand why that would be important and what it signifies. But it might be a better idea to pivot it Marvel Spotlight, Blade series, TVMA. Don't got to worry about, you know, because you've already done enough. Let's say at this point they had enough series under their belt that had the TVMA thing, like Echo, and then like Daredevil and like several other ones. And then you say, okay, well, let's just throw Blade. Like, you could just push everything that way. And then if you do make a rated R movie from it, like, it just make more sense. You know what I mean? Like, parents and know, people and know, like, oh yeah, that's the adult series from the Disney Plus app. I don't, you know, they gave me a warning in a sense through the series whether that this was going to be a rated R movie or that I should anticipate this being a rated R movie. And then I think like if they were to have crossovers like that, then you can like say you want it, say Tom Holland getting older, right? The story, like, I don't know how far they gonna get with him. I don't, and another thing that I think people don't take into consideration is he very well could go and take like a break, which I know is something that he wanted to do. He had an alcoholism problem. He could go ahead and take a break and then come back from the break and be like, I want to do 20 more. You know what I mean? Like, he could be still on the ball. Like, he still could be in the MCU like for a while. I don't think a lot of the news that we got recently should like make us feel like anything is definitive. But like, if you take a character like that, you know, he's younger, he's getting older. The roles are going to be more drama. They're going to have more adult themes to them. You could even usher that in to maybe one of your Marvel Spotlight titles, like a Daredevil Spider-Man team up, something like that, which has happened before in the comic books. Or Deadpool is another one. Maybe after the Deadpool movie, throw Deadpool in the Marvel Spotlight, right? Then give a Deadpool TV series. People probably would love that. And
I
and
don't
with it,
see Deadpool. I'm sorry to cut you off now. That's one thing I don't ever see because Ryan Reynolds is not going to do a TV series.
I
How
know,
good
especially
Deadpool
with the
did.
other one.
The only thing, the way that they can make that work is if they do X Force, where they had Domino. Sazi Beast might make
Yeah, if you
sense
did it
for a
like a
TV
team.
series, or and then bring that one dude in, Bob, whatever his name is, just for the comic relief, who ended up dying in
Yeah.
Deadpool 2, but he reversed time and saved him.
Yeah. I agree. Another reason why I even double down on what you said is, isn't he involved in that Brexit TV show?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're right. You couldn't do I agree with that. Or Deadpool. It just wouldn't work for that. But along that lines, like even how you said X Force, like if they did an X Force, like something like that, like just push those things into different areas and then see how you could. I think it just would be smart, and I think that they could make up from where DC kind of like dropped the ball with that, but had a good game plan. Black guy from Fortnite. I just want to read this really quickly because I'm not sure if we read this, but we need a Marvel game that's like the DCEU where you can make your own hero and stuff.
Yeah, that.
It would be good. They just struggling with like making it.
That'd be dope. I feel like they're kind of like turning to the guard. Insomniac seems like they're taking the
It'll be
helm of
like
a lot of
3,000 Spider-Mans because everybody
Marvel
gonna want to do
projects.
Black Spider-Man.
Probably. But seems like Insomniac is doing a good job of taking the helm of a lot of Marvel projects going further. And out of all the studios to trust, after Spider-Man, it seems like they have a pretty good grasp on superhero games. Where we had like a Marvel Avengers in comparison,
Mm-hmm.
that shit was atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
Yeah.
if it had even a little bit of the same gameplay mechanics that Insomniac brought with just one superhero focused game,
I
and
think
now
where they
they're
run
already
into an
building.
issue is you can't have it like it's just I don't know the process that they go through to make games, but it seems as if like it's hard. Like you can't get multiple titles at once. Like that's why you even see with Rockstar. It's like, are we doing Grand Theft Auto right now, or are we doing Red Dead Redemption right now? You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do them
I
back
mean,
to back or like on top of each other. So I feel
they're
like that's where companies like Marvel got to spread it out to other
they're
companies, and
always.
that's where you get that issue.
I feel like they're always working though. I mean, they are also spreading out too because we got the Blade game coming out on Xbox on Microsoft, and they got a whole different company
Is
doing
that
it.
Insomniac? That's a different company.
No, that's
Okay.
a different company. That's a different company. But still at the end of that, I'm pretty sure Insomniac was already in because they had a whole game plan of what games they wanted to produce after
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah.
And this is a spoiler alert. If you haven't been privy to the leaks or anything like that, this is just my memory of what came out. So basically, some hackers ended up hacking into Insomniac and ended up getting vital information in comparison or in terms to their rollout for the next couple of years. Supposedly, it was going to be a Venom game. Obviously, we knew it was going to be a Wolverine game. Supposedly, they had a multiplayer Spider-Man game in the works at some point in time, but ended up scrapping that. And then I don't know if it was a Black Panther game or something else. I can't remember off the top
EA's
of my
making a
head.
Black Panther game.
EA is making a Black Panther
It was
game, so
Black Panther across Captain America.
I can't remember what other game Insomniac was planning on. Oh, I think it was an X Men game, if I'm not mistaken, or X Men
So,
based game,
Yeah.
supposedly.
mm,
But this was like 2030 and so on and so forth.
mm,
Yeah, so
Which yeah.
this was far out into their thing. So after or up to the releasing and a little bit before the releasing when they were obviously just I'm guessing doing finishing touches to the game, they already been notified a different team to start working on the next project. Just like how Naughty Dog did Naughty Dog create God of War or am I bugging?
No,
Somebody else
Santa
created
Monica
Naughty.
Studios.
yeah,
Santa Monica Studios. Santa
including
Monica Studios already told a different team, "Hey, we're gonna do this free DLC called Valhalla. I want y'all to work on this." So they already got this. Like this is a wheel churning in motion. Once you are to a certain point in that first game, then you can allocate other people to start
Okay.
production on the next game type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And that's how they keep the
Yeah,
ball
because I was
rolling.
gonna say with Insomniac, it looks like what they were doing is at least in the superhero world. I won't go beyond that, but at least what I think from the superhero world, like there wouldn't be another. Has there been any other studio to do something like that where it's like multiple games, like multiple superhero titles?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I know we got like a great Arkham series from oh, who did
Rocksteady.
that?
Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Rocksteady.
Yeah. So I know like I know that there has been other companies that have given us like a great series such as the Arkham series, but like to
And this
have
would
it
be
on top,
multiple
yeah, this would be
superheroes.
right. This is multiple now. And I give them a lot of credit for that because I like I said I know that there's a lot that goes into that and it's very just all of it in general could be very time consuming. So I just applaud them. Because
Mhm.
if they get it right, well, let me put it like this: I want to applaud them now because we don't have enough yet, right? But if they do get it right, that would be pretty impressive. I think, like wow, like now that would seem like we ushering in a new kind of phase in the superhero gaming world, which is like, yeah, let's hope for the best with that. Yeah, let's hope for the best with
Really.
that.
I mean, we can't get much worse than Marvel Avengers, but I can't remember the studio that
No,
did.
but you don't want them to keep making games like that either. That's why we gotta kind of like hope that they, you
I,
know, you gotta just cheer for them.
I feel like the reason why they're going the route that they're going with the superheroes, they went from Spider-Man, a open world type of character, uh, can go anywhere basically type of character, swing anywhere,
So
go to
much
any
money.
type of heights, anything like that, and then compress that and flip that on his head with a Wolverine game where he's not capable of going to the same heights as Spider-Man. He's not capable of the same type of traversal that Spider-Man
Yeah.
is capable of, but it's a flip on his head. I feel like they're doing this to test their own resolve, but to push them further at the same time. Where they've already had instances of having like close quarters type of combat, obviously with Spider-Man and with Ratchet and Clank. So now, why don't we do that with Wolverine instead and try to build on the same type of format we created with Spider-Man, but
It's a lot
with
of
a
good
different
templates that I feel like you could go to. I feel like there could
it's
be
a
a
good foundation
superhero
they got.
game. Yeah, when you start getting into some of the kind of more
It was
parkour
somewhat decent.
characters too.
Oh, wait, my bad. I
No,
was
no, you
reading
fine.
I was reading the comments. My bad. Cape Crusader, welcome to the stream and everything like that. Damn, Marvel's Avengers was somewhat decent. It definitely became repetitive quickly.
Super
It was
repetitive,
decent. It was decent,
bruh.
but
Super
again, it was
repetitive.
super repetitive. It was no difference with the missions and what I was doing. It was no type of, I don't know, good feeling after completing these missions. Like I'm actually getting somewhere. Like once you ranked up the nigga, that was it. Like I didn't really have that much fun after that. After playing Marvel Spider-Man from Insomniac, when they brought Spider-Man in, that was like a slap to my face.
Yep.
Black Panther, when he came in and he had the same running animation as fucking Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
this nigga's not getting on all fours. He's not faster than this nigga Captain America, like how he's supposed to be in the comic books or anything like that. It's like, what are we doing here? Like you had all of
Yeah.
this opportunity to flesh all of these things out, and then on top of that, came into drop the game into a buggy ass mess
Yep.
that we all had to deal with. Like
Yeah,
that,
it's
that
the planning. It really. I tell these things they really
they did
matter. The right
terrible. They did
studio.
terrible with it.
And then black guy from Fortnite, he had it. Nah, but the Division 2 in game is like that. But the thing is, there's actually kind of a grind to it for gear pieces.
He's right.
Um,
He's right. I'm playing Division Two, the DLC, and besides playing the story, you can it's like extra gear and stuff that you can earn with the raids and stuff that they have provided still there. So besides it being, it's still a grind, but at least you're getting something out of it when you're grinding. Besides like just a level, you're getting weapons, you're getting gear, and Cape Crusader, yeah, he is speaking facts on that Black Panther thing because it's like they kept the same assets for each character to try and rush all this
Yeah, you
rush
knew it was
everything
the
out.
same foundations. It wasn't nothing too particularly different. Black Panther just swipes instead of Captain America punching the
Punching.
shit out of you with this fucking shit. Like it's nothing different. They literally just compacted these
yeah.
things and just repackaged
Okay.
it, released it, and thought that niggas was just gonna eat it up like it was
Pretty
cool. No,
much.
that's not the that's not what it was. That's why I feel like Insomniac at least this Spider-Man 2, I'm not gonna lie, was the perfect indicator for them to be able to try and at least shift the mode a little bit to
Mm-hmm.
keep people attracted to the idea or keep people attracted to keep wanting to play the game. And they switched it up just enough for everybody to be like, all right, I like this. Outside of the story, obviously the gameplay is still a little bit repetitive. We can all understand that when you fight niggas, you can only do so much. But at the same time, they switched it up a little bit, made the gadget selection a little bit less so that it's a little bit more intimate. You can only do so much with the gadgets that you got. You can't pull up like you Iron Man. You pull up like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and pull up with a little bit of gadgets that you got that you could pay for, that you could build. That's it. You could do
See
your
that
moves, you could switch up the moves a little bit. Now Miles got new moves. Now Peter got new moves and everything like that. And you take it and expound upon that. I
like
feel like Marvel Avengers never did that. They brought new characters in, but they used the same models with these same characters
That's the problem.
with new shit.
Certain companies shouldn't have certain IPs. They should not. Square Enix, they tried with the Marvel game, it didn't go so hot as we've seen. They do great with Final Fantasy. They do great with they had another game that kind of like pooped the bed. Babylon Fall. Like literally, the game came out 2022, and then they shut it down 2023. I can't even play the game no more. I bought it full price. Can't even play the game no more. Because no one's on that game ever. They shut the servers down and everything. So if I go into that game, it's unplayable. I can't. Cape Crusader said, how you guys feeling about that Blade game? That's supposed to be coming out. And he said, I'm currently running through Spider-Man 2 right now, and the gameplay's amazing. Bruh, Blade, I'm kind of pissed Xbox gets it on their own, but I respect it since PlayStation got Spider-Man. But I know that Blade game's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good.
I'm curious of how
Who
they're
is doing
going
that one?
I think Bethesda. Let me see.
Oh,
But Bethesda's doing it.
wow.
That's crazy. But I'm curious of how they're gonna do it. I think they said it was a third person.
What Bethesda do?
game.
Oh, Arcane
Bethesda
Lion.
did-
No, Arcane Lion. Arcane.
Arcane Lion.
Oh,
They
what
did
was
something
it?
else. I think they did something else.
Yeah, that sound. Oh, that sound
Okay.
familiar.
Arcane Studios Lion. Oh snap! I can apply to work in a place in France.
I feel like
They made Redfall.
while he's looking that up, I
Redfall,
do.
Deathloop.
Deathloop was good.
Prey,
Deathloop
Dishonored.
was good. Dishonored was good. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel there's potential with that. I feel there's some potential because Arcane actually did.
What
their
type of
thing with
games are
Dishonored.
those?
First person. That's the funny
First
part.
person?
So
Okay.
I know Blade's not gonna be first person, but the way that they do their games, Deathloop is really good. Redfall, it was okay.
Is it kind of like a first person shooter type of thing?
No,
or first-person
Redfall is first
ability?
person. It's like Back for Blood, but with vampires.
Okay.
It was okay, but Deathloop for sure. Dishonored, I enjoyed. And what was it? Black Eye said nah, but Dice with Battlefield was also a disaster, hands down. More EA than Dice because EA tries to put their hands in everything.
Yeah.
And K. Chris said I feel the same, bro, about the Blade game. It's going to be amazing and it's third person. Yeah, because Arcane Lion, they that studio. If they do it right, they that studio.
The kind of art style that they was going for reminded me of Sifu, and that was such a great fighting game to me.
People was that little, I don't want to say Chinese.
If you
That
die,
was
you age.
when you die, you age.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. That one was like that art style. Now that I'm thinking about it, after
Oh my
re-looking
gosh,
at
Cape
the
Crusader.
trailer, am I? Oh yeah, Cape Crusader hated.
Yo,
Back to Blood
facts.
Total.
Yes.
That is
Agreed.
just
Compared to
that
Left
is
4
a
Dead.
hands down fact.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead was a gem,
I
and that
tried
Back
to
for
pick up,
Blood
man.
was.
I tried to pick up and put down that game so many times. So many times.
They haven't been able to capture the essence of the co-op that they was able to capture before. That's what made those games so great. Was the co-op?
It was so good. It was so good. I could
It
play
was
that
so
game
fun.
for hours.
The witch come out of nowhere, you just know. She starts screaming and shit, you just know.
Yep.
Oh, you
Then the
talking about the
tank.
witch?
Activated.
Nah,
Yeah, you gotta get activated.
When the witch is...
Yeah,
You like, hold up,
cut.
I'm
The
quiet.
boomer.
You being quiet.
Oh, my God.
And the boomer spitting on you. You can't see. It was just all of it. The dynamics of everything with that was perfect. You were like, yo. And the thing is, all of you are experiencing this at the same time. You all got different. It was Left 4 Dead was a gem.
Well, now that we on this, because I just got a question for y'all. What game would y'all be interested in to see being created from your superhero? I want to say just Marvel, but I want to say fuck it as well and say Marvel and DC, or even other properties such as Invincible or other things like that. Which one would y'all see right now?
Wait, what property I want to see like in
Which
game
superhero, whether it be Marvel, DC, or other
Ooh,
ancillary comics.
Cape Crusader. I just want to throw this one in here because that was a nice. This is a nice little. I like this one here.
Yeah.
Cape Crusader
Gambit
said, "I
game
would
would be
love a Gambit game.
fire.
That would be really fun."
We're never
Gambit
getting
would
that
be
Gambit
fire.
movie. We're never
He
getting
he
that movie.
he's
Yeah, that's not happening.
That
what is
shit-
his powers?
He throws those
Uh,
cards.
He throws the
Yeah.
cards. I
Yeah,
know the
but
cards, but like, is it
it's-
magic or is it like?
No, it's like some
Yeah.
like mutant ability that he has. It's not magic. He throws it to the cards and they can slice through whatever.
Okay.
Now to go with your question, my superhero that I want superheroes, Kids Next Door. Give me a Kids Next Door game on that level. Let
Didn't
me
see
run
that
with number
coming.
5.
I didn't
Let me,
see that
let me,
coming
let me
either.
play with number 5, number 4. Number 2, he's a tech head. Number 3, let me
I
on
would
QC.
not be mad at a
Oh
true
my
kids. Yo,
goodness.
you remember?
5-player
You remember
co-op.
the?
Bro, them shits used to be
Yo.
on mini clip when we was in school.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly
but
what I
give
was
me a
about to
good
bring
one.
up.
Just give me a good
Yo,
one.
but
though.
even those mini clip versions was fire though. It was like
Niggas' parents want to go play a mini clip game.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I would not be like truly done. I'm not mad at that.
This next
I'm
door is
not.
not too bad. Not too
Bruh,
bad. I
if
wasn't
they
expecting
do it
that.
right, like if they do it right on a level of like
That would be a
Spider-Man,
great nostalgia.
Like, if Insomniac made that and like flipped it on his ears, bruh, and
I
made
feel
it
like
5-player co-op.
I feel like it will remind me of the Rocket Power
One of
game that they
mine.
had. I can't
I'm gonna
remember
be
where it
honest.
was on, what system it was on, but they had a Rocket Power game, and I promise you that shit was probably mad
It was
expensive.
fire. No, I played the Rocket Power game. That
Oh,
came out
I
for PS2.
never was able to beat it. That's how fucking big that damn game was.
You want it?
No
I got
cap.
you. You
I
want it? I
feel
got
like
you.
I had
You
this.
want
I,
it? I
ca-
got
I
you.
feel like I had it too, but I never fucking beat it, my nigga.
Yo, Cape, you not wrong for that one. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in third person with multiplayer.
Yo, nah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would be crazy too.
I used to play all of the Power Ranger games as a kid, so I can't say that I wouldn't be interested in seeing
I would
how
call
it
the
would.
Green
Niggas
Ranger.
morphing.
I'm fighting
Niggas
everybody.
morphing into
I
one
used to
and you got a
love the
button
Power
mash.
Rangers game.
Ooh, that
Yo, the
shit
Power
was
Rangers
good.
games, for real, like they really were good. They weren't bad. Like I remember
the Power
having
Ranger
that
fighting
on like
game they came out with, Fighting for the Grid. That game was good. Some high-end esports players, Justin Wong, actually worked on it. Like one of the characters was like sort of like Ken and Ryu. The Red Ranger and the Green Ranger were sort of like
Oh,
Ken
okay.
and Ryu. And they had a tatsu. I think one of them had like a somewhat of a similar tatsu to Ryu and a Hadouken in a sense, bruh.
okay,
And it was like playing Marvel's Capcom on crack.
just with the Power Rangers, I'm with that. That's kind of cool.
Speaking of,
I could see that.
Want to smack somebody in that tonight?
One of the games that I had actually is, I believe, happening, which I'm not like a huge fan of this series, but I really thought that it would be a good game to make, and I'm glad that like somebody agreed, and that's the Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's already coming, but I'm very like I'm interested. I'm interested.
They created
I
a game
am
already?
very-
It's
Yeah, it's
coming
supposed
out,
to be
but I
coming.
am not holding my breath with that one.
Who's created it?
Yeah, they might not do. I didn't see anything on it. I just knew that they said that they were gonna be making it. I don't if they had like any trailer or anything like that though. I haven't. I
Derek, real
just
quick,
haven't seen it.
what would yours be before I forget mine? Then Teenage Mutant
No,
Ninja Turtles.
I was gonna say
THQ.
X-Men. I was gonna say X-Men, but I remember back in the day there was a game with Wolverine, Iceman, and Nightcrawler that you could play between the three characters. I was just trying to look it up. I couldn't remember the name. I was gonna say X-Men just for those two characters, Iceman, Nightcrawler, but shit, I was gonna say Silver Surfer or like Doctor Doom or something like that. I feel like Silver Surfer. I mean, we got the technology now where you can like traverse, go to different worlds and shit like that.
Mhm.
But they're not gonna do the Silver Surfer game.
After God of War, I feel like
can
a
do it.
Thor game could go hard, but
Oh, it's called Nightcrawler.
Wee.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
X-Men, the official game trailer. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, X-Men the official game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But that like you said, now like Thor will go crazy. But I'm talking about in terms of like, I feel like a lot of these games are so grounded. Like why not go to space? Why not take some shit to
Yeah, I
space?
wouldn't be mad at that because that was gonna
Yeah.
be what I was gonna say. Is I would like for them to just get a character where we could have space involved. So I completely agree with you.
You
Static
got,
Shock.
you
And
got.
Static
I
Shock.
wanna use a character. I
That's what
want to
I
use
was
a
gonna
character that's
say,
like
T.
overpowered too, though. You know,
Yeah,
because
That's
sometimes you'd be like, okay, like you know the character's strong, but when you play it as him, like you have a limit. But like I feel like with Silver Surfer, it's like, all right, this is the one character where I can do some shit like destroy a planet or do something. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Like, yeah, because you could. And the thing is, if they just let you travel amongst the galaxy too, like you could have, like, you remember that game that it didn't come out that long ago. Kojima did it, I think. It was
Death Stranding, No Man's Sky.
yeah, yeah, the one where you was just walking.
Oh, you talking about
You was
right? You
just
talking about Amazon Express on a motorbike?
yeah, yeah,
with
that
baby.
one.
Yeah.
that was,
So like
Death
you could
Stranding,
if
right?
you could have I think that's what that one was. But if you I don't make it as boring as that whole thing was,
Yeah.
but if you
and
could
they're making
have space,
they're
mhm,
making a second one, and I'm really surprised.
I'm not. Yeah.
I couldn't even finish that
Well,
first one.
just sidebar. Black guy from Fortnite thoughts on No Man's Sky. In my opinion, I don't like it. It's kind of boring to
Mm-mm.
me. Like,
I've heard of the concept. I feel like it's very dope. Like you can go to different worlds type of thing. That's where I feel like
well, if I want to do it, I'll play
why
Starfield.
he's asking the question. I feel like that's why he's asking the question is where if we get these certain characters that is interdimensional, like a Silver Surfer, he's gonna be going through worlds. And No Man's Sky is technically like that foundation for that type of thing.
Man, just give me
I-
fast travel.
That would be yeah. That's what I feel like most
I
people
know.
do.
And
But
that's dude after Death Stranding it's like
some people will
ugh.
like if you got a Superman video game, you will want to go through. It's gonna be some people that want to
To
fly and
travel.
see at
Yeah.
least a couple worlds just flying past, like just going by a Superman type shit. It's gonna be a select crowd of people that will want to do
So
that, and I don't blame them.
besides, okay, so well, K Crusader says Static Shock will go crazy, but I know you want to
Static
talk
Shock
about
would
that,
go
bro.
crazy.
But
Nah,
with the
I
Superman
was gonna say
comment,
Static Shock.
with the
Yeah.
Superman comment, how many Superman stories has it been that he went to another planet to fight for another race? We only know him coming from his original planet, Krypton. That blew up. But other than that, like, like, how many times is he really going in space? Are you trying to set it for Easter eggs where he can go see the Green Lanterns? Because I know at some point he goes there when there's
That might be another good game if done right.
I
Just
feel
give me
like
John
that.
Stewart. Give me John
I,
Stewart.
I feel like that would be the only way that they could make a Superman game very good to make it where the stakes are that high. We've heard all
It
of
had to
the
be
Superman
dimensional there.
stories. We've heard all the stories of Superman saving the Earth. All of these things. What's something where you can make people interested in this story and not feel like it's the same regurgitated bullshit being fed to them over and over again?
You maybe could do one. You could maybe do one if like if it was like Superman and the found. You know the like that Justice League of the future. They just recently made an animated movie about it. But
Yeah,
there's like an intergalactic Justice League that like is across all the time. If you did something like that and had like Superman had to be like outer space going to the planet where the one league member would be at, then go to like the next planet for the other league member. But I do agree with Terrence, like when you think a lot about the Superman stories, a lot of them are Earth. Like, I can't even really think, like if you ask me to name 5 right now, don't think I can do that.
The only
Where
time
he
they're in space is when they're in the daggone watchtower. That's the only time, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I can't think of really like where he had mad missions.
Where you can have like a dark side pull up on multiple different planets type of thing and fucking start to wreak havoc. Some heroes that they already fought with before in the past come back and relay the message to Superman because
You
they're
gotta
on
be
the-
careful
on the
though.
Justice League.
This
You
ain't
gotta be
invincible.
careful though.
This ain't invincible.
The reason why you gotta be careful is because like you gotta think about it like this. If you do the game, unless you already know that you had success from it, then if you do a game with an original story as the first thing that you jumping off with, and like it's real original, and on top of that, like you don't know how people gonna just mess with the game. To me, that's real risky to try to do. Like I think if anything, you would have to do a Superman game first on Earth, see if like the mechanics with the flight and everything like that, like see how it will go with that, and then from that say, okay, we need to do an original story because none of these other superheroes have gone outer space and Superman can do it. So let's try to figure out how we could do that. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that, but I think if you went gung ho for the first project, you running a big risk because if people don't like the game, then it's also like they already coming into it like this ain't no Superman shit.
Yep.
And then it sucks too. Like
What I feel like is if they do it on Earth, it would probably have to be the most expansive open world game that we have ever seen.
If you want to do
It
one,
would
That's a fact.
have to be at the minimum
I would agree with that
because it's a Superman game and it's at the point in time now where you have the capabilities to possibly manufacture that.
now
you know how Superman like wrap
most-
around the Earth.
so
Yeah,
You know how they got
most
that
folks,
he do that. I feel like you should be able to do that in the next Superman
most
game.
folks will want to be able to do that at 2024
Okay.
at this present day.
I
in
got
time
the
if
perfect
have
person
this-
they can test with before they do Superman. I got the perfect person. If you want to test that whole space feature, do a Starfire game.
I won't be mad. I don't know. Is she popular enough?
Or do Teen Titans where she has to go in space. Word.
Nah, nah.
Or
Who
do a
did that?
The only one that's controlling the soundboard. But my thing
Yeah.
is this: like you gotta think about it. If you really want to test that, because like Rob said, that Superman game would have to be super expensive. So that's what I'm saying. Start with a smaller project like the Teen
Green
Titans.
Lantern, baby.
Not
Green
even
Lantern,
with that
baby.
one. Don't start with one of your big IPs. Start with like the Teen Titans, where
I get what you're
you
saying.
don't have to do too much with each character, and you can still flesh out a full game for about 15, 20 hours. But at least you have Starfire where you can test that space feature. Like she has to go fight Blackfire on their planet.
On
and
her
see
home
how that
planet,
yeah, how that runs, where she gotta fly off and you gotta dart through meteors and stuff. That way it gives you an idea where, oh, people love this part, or if you see the reviews they're saying they don't, then you know if you make that move for that Superman game, then you know you can put that Superman going to space portion where you can really like eat it up and go crazy.
I'm not mad. You know you're making me think
Hey,
of.
yo.
Alright, hey, I didn't say anything.
I didn't even-
of that
I didn't
Crave
even
reference.
catch it.
I wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you made me think of though was the animated show that they just brought back, the one that we used to watch on Cartoon Network. Like they brought,
Teen Titans.
yeah, it's like the regular Teen Titans though. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they brought it back and it's on HBO Max now. There's an arc where Blackfire, like they gotta go fight Blackfire, and like all of them have to do it. And you making me think about that whole season. If they were to shrink that season down, because here's what's cool about that season, you could have like the Earth level threat, then you could have the planetary threat with Starfire and her sister, and then I think the season ends back on Earth. So like I'm not like, now that I'm actually thinking about what you're saying and like really trying to see like, okay, how could they do that? I don't think that would be a bad idea as a tester, especially how you keep going back to think about it in the frame of a test run. You know, we got certain mechanics that we need to just see if people will like.
You'll get people to buy the game because of Teen Titans. People always.
And it's a
wanted
popular
Teen
enough
Titans
title.
game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let Rocksteady do
Between
it. If they did
between
go with
Titans
the,
Go.
If they did go with the Batman series, give it to Rocksteady and let them work. Cause I feel like they'll kill that. That's their area. Run with the.
And it's not even like a mature game. You don't even need it to be a mature game. That's a real like teen game. So like, yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at a Teen Titans game. I'm not, because I think it in the frame that Terrence just described that in. what is gonna be that? That's a good question. What is gonna be your tester for Good Flight? Because maybe you don't need to go with a high IP like Superman. I mean, he might be right with that. So what do you use to test it? You could do Suicide Squad. We see what just happened with that. And a lot of those characters don't have all of those features that you trying to hit on. But with the Teen Titans, okay, can we handle doing a Beast Boy? Like that even seemed like a lot of work to try to like figure out, but can you do, because if you do get it right, people gonna fuck with that. That I ain't never that yeah, like it shouldn't, but they like, it's a lot of things like that where we say that and then they end up messing it up.
Well, it's like,
So
with Beast Boy, it's like having a droid in like Diablo 4 or any of these D&D games.
yeah, you got them.
Turn him into an animal. It's that easy. Y'all got the artists. Y'all got the technology.
I know.
It's like that simple.
I
You
know.
have to make it like
That's
cheap. You don't have to.
to Rob's point before, though. That's what Rob was saying before, is like you have examples of elements from other games. One that I was going to add to that when you were talking about that earlier, Rob, is like Uncharted. There's any characters that have more like a parkourish type like set. Like when I think of like, that's why I'm like, damn, Mom was want Naughty Dog to do Black Panther, because it's like that parkour element that actually do kind of apply, right, and it applies to Black Panther. So yeah, like I agree with you for a lot of the different elements that we talking about. There are good examples out there, but for some reason, when they actually come together to make the game, we don't see these things. Whether it was the wrong studio, whether it was they didn't take the time, whatever it might be, we just never see it. So yeah, I like that though. I like Teen Titans.
Hopefully the direction they're going. Hopefully the direction any studio is going right now with any of these characters. I just hope
they look optimistic. I feel optimistic. It's the only thing I really kind of feel optimistic about with the superhero stuff right now. Like I feel like they trying with the games in a good direction.
I feel like nobody's doing it, especially after Gotham Knights. That shit fucking wet the bed.
Well, no, actually, you're right. You're right. Actually, you just made me think about it.
Did Rocksteady make that
Spider-Man is making me
I don't
feel
think
good.
It was Rocksteady. It was somebody else.
That's why.
It was somebody else.
Since we
They had the
Star Fox?
Nah, yeah.
Star Fox remake. Since we talking
I've
about
never played Star Fox.
Is that not already coming out?
No, it's not coming out. Like Nintendo's being stingy with their daggone
really?
IPs, son. They gave us.
Oh, that's a shame,
bruh. If they gave
that's
us
a shame.
Star Fox remake and Nintendo went with it, they would ride that to the wheels fall off. That would be one of the most amazing games. Cause I'm still waiting on it. I played it a long time ago on N64. I'm waiting for that bad boy to come back out. I'm waiting.
I'm actually really shocked. Y'all know, like I said, I'm not as up to date with this stuff as y'all are, but like that actually really shocks me. I would think that would have already came out.
So with Nintendo, they've been riding Kirby, they've been riding Mario. Still waiting on Star Fox. They came out with a free.
You telling me? But they did. They just got done going on a kick with Link and Zelda. They just went on a kick with Zelda, and that's like, I would think if you did Zelda right after that, you got to go Star Fox. Like, what? Like, I would think that would be a no-brainer. Like, oh, Zelda, start, like, you have to.
Yeah.
It's like the same energy. You creating the energy of the past that people had and wanted for Zelda. That same energy, I feel like with, like, you in the same realm of fandom and space, to where why would you not follow that up with, hey, yeah, we getting ready to set up for a Star Fox? That blows my mind.
Yeah, and
that's a really popular game too. That ain't like no
easy. That, like, honestly, out of all the N64 games, just to go along with Kate was saying, Kate Crusader, that's one of our favorite games from our N64 era. That's our era.
Yeah.
And then Black Guy from Fortnite, yeah, they want $60 for it, but they wanted $70 for Zelda, so they'll make the game and we'll pay for it. It does not matter. That's how it is at the end of the day. Me, I just picked up Super Mario Wonder, even though it's the same daggone platformer. I just love Mario. Same with Super Mario RPG. That came out for Super Nintendo. I'm still gonna pay for it. Like regardless, it's not the fact of it's expensive. It's the fact of they are holding their IP hostage. They just finally like what Banjo Kazooie, Rare took that and went to Xbox. Thank goodness, because now they're talking about making a new Banjo Kazooie game. But Nintendo's just being Nintendo. Still waiting. I'll probably be sitting here with gray hair, still waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing.
He said nah, but like black guy from Fortnite said nah, but like if you're broke like me, damn
Then that damn
$60 is
60 is
crazy.
crazy.
$60 is fucking crazy. I fucking
They only
agree
get it
with
more
you.
expensive.
Hold up.
I agree with you, sir. $60 is a tad bit too much. Now $70 for PS5 games.
That's what
All
I'm
right,
saying. It's
All right,
going.
buddy.
It's.
You held me hostage, but I guess if I
I
have,
really
to,
think by Pro. I think by GTA.
I'll give you
What is
I
that?
need
We
to
at
give you.
6. We at GTA 6
GTA
now,
6
right?
might be $200.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I
Hey.
think after GTA 6 games are going, like those games are going to be $100 a piece. Like you just gonna have to be used to when you want to go buy a game, it's gonna cost not from Nintendo, but when you want to go buy a game, it's gonna be $100.
But think about it, you damn near got
And nothing is gonna give you fucking space for the 3 million goddamn gigabytes that it's gonna take up.
But I think you got your money's worth for GTA 5.
Yeah, most definitely.
GTA
But all of the
shit, I mean, you
content,
damn near gonna have to pay. I would pay $100 for a GTA game. You get your money's worth.
But that's but like I'm saying, with GTA that's fine. I'm saying
though.
that's the standard.
Now, but that's the thing. Back in the day, Super Nintendo, you can get a Super Nintendo for $130, right? But the games cost $60. Street Fighter Alpha 2 was $70 on Super Nintendo. So regardless of someone saying, oh, it's too expensive, that's just how it was. That's how it was, even from back in the day until now. We just got lucky at some point they dropped the price back for PlayStation and PlayStation 2 to $50. We got lucky for that moment because PlayStation was trying to outbeat Nintendo. And now every game is just about $60, $70. Literally the same price.
No, you brought up a memory. Because I remember, like, my parents were strict when I was a kid. So when I would want the games, I remember having it would be like I would go to everybody.
put up a PowerPoint presentation.
I would be at Boy Scouts, like, yo, if y'all just give me the raffle money now, what'll happen is I'ma just make it back with the popcorn. I swear to you.
But look, $60 for Madden 97. $60 for Marvel War Gems, $70 for Street Fighter Alpha, $70 for NBA Hang Time, $60 for Donkey Kong Country. Come on, son, missing all that. Price has been like that. The price has been pricing for the longest time.
That's bugging.
The system was
It
cheaper.
didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like it.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why it didn't feel like
point.
it? You wanna know why it didn't feel like it? We wasn't paying for the games.
That's
We
a
were
fact,
not.
though.
That is
But like
very
I
true.
was.
That
That's
is
what
very
I'm
true.
saying. I used to remember having to hustle up.
Yo,
I would have to hustle up so much money.
We
For
was
it. I
not
used to
paying for
hate
the
that.
games.
I would be like, "Yo, y'all want me to sell drugs? Like, what the? I'm a kid.
what
What
the
do you want me
game.
to do?
bruh.
Like, yo,
I had to wait. That's why I have an addiction to Madden. That was the only one game I was able to get every year, just about. And I just play franchise mode by myself. That's it. If I wanted to play something else, I had to go to my cousin's house to go play a game or borrow one of their games.
yup, yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was. That's a fact. I remember that. I remember, and if I wanted a rated M game, oh my god, it was like you really might have had to go sell crack.
Yo.
Like you really might have had to go do, because your parents was like, "Oh, you really on your own."
No, the worst part is.
Oh
you
my!
go
I
to the
remember I
game
wanted
store.
Resident Evil.
Nah, you go to the game store. Why is this game mature? And the dude start explaining
Yo.
why. Yo, shut up.
Stop talking. Yes.
Yo, the bad part is I worked at GameStop
Yes.
for like the seasonal. I worked 2 seasonals in a row. It was when GTA 5 was out, and the mom asked,
man.
and I felt so bad because I had to explain. She was like, "Why on the back it says sexual things and language and everything? Do you feel my son?" No, the little kid's about like 9 or 10. He's looking at me like,
He looking at you like, yo.
the same look I gave him. I was like, ma'am, I'm gonna be honest. If you are okay with your son playing this game, sure. But it has this, and this from when I played it.
That'd be the worst
Yo,
feeling.
I had to explain it. I was like, "Do you?"
You
Remember
got a
Oz?
level.
Yo, I had to explain it. I was like, "Do you remember Oz on HBO back in the day?" It's like that, but 10 times worse.
I had
She was
that
like,
done to me.
nope.
I had that done to me once,
Yeah.
boy. I
Bruh,
swear.
my
I
cousin.
started getting the money to get the game every single time, and I got that shit my fucking self.
Nah.
That's what I
Even
remember
when you,
me.
but that's the thing. Even when you had the money
That's the
yourself, let's
same
say. But
thing.
that's the thing. Even when you 14 and 15, you had to get lucky and have your uncle take you. That was like,
Yeah.
because even if you get the money, you roll up with the game. Can I get GTA such and such? You got a parent
Is
with
your
you to buy
parent
this
with
game,
you? Yeah.
man?
That was where like a cousin or an uncle or somebody had to come into play. Yeah.
Do you know?
It was
No.
a struggle.
Yo,
That's when they had the online factor started coming in, and you could start buying the games from online.
Yeah. They was like, bypass your parents, go get that credit card.
Yeah.
I ain't enjoy none of that though,
bro,
really.
I didn't get
For real. It
GTA
was
3. I didn't get GTA 3 until GTA San Andreas came out, and my parents still wouldn't let me get it. They
Yeah.
bought me that for Christmas. GTA 3. Here, I was like,
I had no
it's not San Andreas
GTAs
though. It's not San
until
Andreas though. They was like, what is
4.
San Andreas? You know what? I'll just go to my cousin's house and play it.
Yeah.
I was able to finesse GTA 4 out of my Dukes. That was the highlight of my youth. I ain't gonna lie.
You better be glad she did not
It
call
was
me.
like CDs. It was like
Nah.
CDs. You remember CDs back in the day when you wanted a CD, you'd have to like shuffle it underneath.
Yeah.
Remember doing that with your parent? Where it was like they gonna buy all of them anyways. Like you did something right, so they gonna buy all of them anyways. So you just tried to shuffle in that one that you knew they wasn't gonna let you get, but just hope that they just rang everything up, and the parent was all ready to fuck with you. So it was like, don't ask. You be looking at that motherfucker like, don't ask, no just ring. And if the dude was a G, he'd do it real fast, like distract your parent and all of that. Yep, yeah. Oh, this is real nice of you. You got good grades. Good job, son.
Nah, the worst part is don't go to Walmart trying to buy a daggone CD. Every album was edited. Every album was edited. You had to go to Media Play, Circuit City. Oh wow, I feel old.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Jeez, those were my stores back in the day.
Those was the stores, yo.
Yo, and then when you go to play the video games, you end up with neck problems, like sitting here playing the whole time while your parents doing some shopping. And I just hurt my neck.
Yep. Dude, and you not lying though, because I used to hate the stores where like they had the like GameStop was OGs with it. They did this shit like a drug deal. That was fire. That's how you needed to do it. You know what I mean? Like they go bring the little case up to the front, then they go in the back, go shuffle it, put the little thing into the little sleeve, put it in the little case real quick. They bagged it up like that. When you go to Walmart or something like that, they just have it behind the case, so you would have to like go get the like it was too much work.
Yeah.
I was like, you making it too hot. You making it too. I used to hate getting shit from them stores because I'm like, this whole little glass shit. Now she gotta look at the cover of the game all intensely. It's 15 of them lined up. Stop letting her see. Yeah, like, and if it was a game like Grand Theft Auto where they got like a stripper on the cover, it's like, yo, stop letting her see this for 15 seconds. Just hurry. That's why I was like, if it wasn't GameStop, I was like,
Hold on.
That's why maybe.
Fortnite said I wasn't around for this age, but y'all remember
Oh,
the midnight
that
releases
just
of
hurt.
games. I wasn't around for this age, but y'all remember the midnight releases of games. Bro, I worked some of those midnight releases, bro.
Yep. I did that for I did that for like 3 Call of Duty. Call of Duty had a grip.
Yo, Modern Warfare. What was it? 3? 3 was the best.
It was a cult.
3 was the best release for the simple fact. I was in school out in Alfred, New York, in the middle of nowhere. I had to go to the next town over to their GameStop. We pulled up. Did I steal myself a copy? No, I ain't do all that. I ain't do all that. Yeah. But I had to go to the next town over, and they actually, this midnight release was dope because they pulled up in an army truck and like had a couple in like a box and walked it in, bruh. I thought I was about to go like take over the daggone world. I was like 2 seconds. I gotta just jump in that car and go out. What? Bruh, and they had the smoke and everything outside. And no, this is like a hick town. This is a hick town. I'm like, yo, they did this here? I expect them to do this where I'm back in Buffalo, but they do this here.
Yeah.
Bruh, I thought I was hot stuff for that. Oh.
Dude, it was crazy. It was madness. It was madness. I'd be a kid, like rubbing my eye. I'm like, I want to go to bed, but you would be if you had to take a parent with you, the parent would be like, "This some shit." I don't even know what like I remember my dad had to actually go with me to get one of the games, and he was like, "What?" Like luckily he work in hospitals, so you know how the hospital shifts be. They give you like 3 to 11. So he just getting off work. I got my jacket on. I'm outside,
Yeah.
standing in the driveway like, "Hey, don't park. Don't park. We gotta go. In fact, we kind of late. You got here. You got back a little late. We
Bruh.
gotta go."
My man said, man, back in the day must have been the good old days. I regret being born in the electronic age now. Bruh, the thing that was like, it's a lot of things that like I enjoy from back in the day that like even my children will not be able to experience. Like Blockbuster,
Yeah.
having to go there, you get to rent a game for the weekend, like
Yep.
Sega, Super Nintendo, all that good stuff. And gotta make sure you rewind that video, because if not, your parents gonna get that extra little bill on their thing, and they gonna look at you like you crazy.
Yep.
Yo,
Remember
you know what's
the
crazy? Being younger, it was like we weren't really exposed to all the rumors and leaks and things like that.
Yup.
So when you get the game, it's like so much more
Mm-hmm.
enjoyable because you don't even know what half the shit is.
Oh
And you
yeah.
playing it's like remember when you
yeah,
used to
it
get
was a
Game Informer?
surprise.
You get Game
Yep.
Informer, it give you like a little summary. Bam, you buy the game, you're like, oh, all this shit in here. Now it's like
Mm-hmm.
I know the developers, I know this nigga leaking this. I'm like, damn, I can't even be surprised no more.
Yeah.
Yo, so like you know how since you said the electronic age, like now I even go a step further. Like like Fortnite as an example. If you want to learn something in Fortnite, right? You go on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will show you a tutorial. Back in the day, we didn't have that. We
Nah.
didn't have YouTube.
You
They
had
used
to
to have
run
these
things
little
with your eyes.
manuals. Remember that, or remember the
Mm-hmm.
manuals? Remember the fucking
Yo,
manual? You used to have to go and read how to
Yo.
fuck. You had to
Yo.
read how to play that
That was
motherfucker if
that
it
was
was a
my
hard enough game.
that was my toilet time read. I go to my occasion. I'll
Yeah,
be like, what am I going to read today? Oh, I'm playing this game right now. Let me figure this out and sit there
yeah.
be sitting on the toilet for
bruh.
20, 30 minutes. My parents are
Missions
like,
would take you so long, bro. Like you know that what's that bullshit with what's that game we talking about? Spider-Man, that Miles Morales joint. That
yep.
bullshit mission with his uncle when they
Mm-hmm.
making beats. Bro, that shit would have took you damn near 10 hours to do if you ain't
Oh
had you
yeah,
there.
Bruh. No help at all. Just sitting there.
yeah.
How do I
Sitting there
find this
recording
thing?
bells and whistles with your uncle.
You have to figure that shit out by yourself. No hits, no nothing.
No, nothing.
Yo,
It would
yo,
have been all you. You would have been like, "This is my favorite game. Ain't no way I'm stopping on this goddamn."
no.
That shit would crush you for. You would really be stuck.
Nah, what would be
I'm
worse?
scared.
Let's say you got like a family member, a cousin, or something that you know beat that, and he talks about, yeah, did you play that mission? Yeah, I completed it. You call him up on your landline phone, not the cell phone, your landline. Yo, cuz, you think you can help me with this? Where do I gotta go? Nah, son, play it yourself. Nah, son.
Yep. Yep. There was that when you knew. Yep, I remember
I
that.
am not
You
giving
knew
you no
somebody beat
spoilers.
it. It was like fucking Russian roulette on that phone call, because you either got that person that was like, all right, so just bust a left over here, then you gonna want to go down the tunnel, da 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 da, and then it was the person that Terrence described that was like, nah, you figure it out. It's your game. You figure, and you
Mm-hmm.
never knew who you was going. You never like you knew if you knew the person, but like you would be trying to find who is the person who can help me with this. Who can I call? Yeah, dude.
And yo, Black Guy from Fortnite, yeah, that's right. And SOCOM was one of those hot titles that they was out there
Yes.
for midnight releases.
Dang,
That
I haven't
game right
heard
there
that.
had me in a chokehold. That was when when that first dropped, like I was able to play that PS2. We had to put the little black box in the back of it so you can get internet to it, bruh. And then you had to hope your mom wasn't on a phone call, so it cuts the internet off. So,
Yep. Yep. Oh my God, those telephone switches. I used to hate that.
mm-hmm.
No
This
game
sounds
was.
so
Oh
old.
my
I ain't gonna lie.
gosh.
This sounds
Justin. I
crazy.
remember that happened with me with Justin Hollins with like NBA Live. It was
Niggas
like
said
oh
the
my
whole government is
God.
crazy.
You said
That was.
what?
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. But like, damn, yo, that was just like it's just memories of that. Like
That
that was
is
so long
bananas.
ago.
Bruh, that's why I never played nobody in Madden online. When it first dropped for like the you could play online on PlayStation, I never did that until like
Dude.
PS3.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. You still was at. It was still at the point where it was like you just rather call the person over.
Yeah.
Or like you know, on the weekend after school, I'm going over your house because we got to play this game.
Nah, you gonna
Because
catch your hands.
it was no point. Online was like, this was way back, but like online was like, no. There was a moment in time where it was like that couch co-op. I always talk about that.
I miss
Like
couch co-op.
y'all don't understand. That was like a thing. It like that was how. Fuck all of this. Like I'm going on Fortnite. We got a whole squad of 4 people. Like no,
Nah,
it was
son.
not.
That shit
This
was
was
never
like
that
you
easy.
gotta
Nah, son. No
pull
screen
up
peeking,
on
son.
someone.
No screen peeking.
Yeah, it was
Facts.
that. It was that. Yes.
That
Yes.
screen peeking shit was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, when you play Madden with somebody, it was
Don't be
they
looking
could
at my
you just
plays.
had to don't look at my plays. That was how it would be.
Nah,
Don't look at my plays.
anybody that grew up, well, a black guy from Fortnite, I feel like you're growing up in like probably like the golden age or going into the golden age
Wait,
of
wait,
gaming.
wait. Don't
I'm
start with
not gonna
screen
lie.
peeking. Yo, you was cheating that day. Don't talk about no daggone screen peeking. You was cheating.
Yeah,
Nah, because this man wanted to challenge me in Call of Duty and sitting there screen peeking and being funny and whatnot. Once I got the hands on him, it was over. But he still beat me because he was screen peeking. He was up 3 kills.
you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like once Halo 3, especially Halo 3 came out,
cheated.
that took the gaming formula to a whole nother
That
level.
was big. That was big.
No, Halo 1.
Ha-
Halo 1.
Halo, yeah, Halo
Halo
was
1.
I say
because
Halo
you were,
3
because
specifically
that was
because
you.
of
That was your era.
no, but yeah,
no, but I'm
Halo, just
saying
Halo, period.
the multiplayer and the creativity portion in terms of Halo 3, where you had the forge and everything like that. You could create your
Yeah, that
own
Halo
map
3 shit,
from
yeah,
there.
you right.
You took it to a whole nother level that people
Yeah,
was
gaming
never
did kind
expected
of do a
to
little
in
something after
comparison to that.
Halo 3. Call of Duty was another. It was certain games where it was just like I say Halo, Call of Duty. Those were the games that turned the whole it like couch co-op was going out of the door when these games came. It
Hold
was
on. Hold on. 360 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobbies made boys to men. That's all I
did.
gotta say. Because when somebody called me, people are less creative these days. But back in the day, when you called me a certain slur, and I had to actually look that up, I was like, oh, okay. You've been hanging around your uncle with the Confederate flags a little too long.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, then there was that. Do they still do that? Is that still a thing? Like, are you allowed to?
No, well, no, because mainly people nowadays, mainly people are in party chats, their own party chats, since
Yeah.
PlayStation actually perfected that, because Xbox had it in the bag with their party chats. Because if you don't want to go in a game chat, you ain't gotta do it with other people. I just be in the lobby with my friends.
And so that's just what everybody does now. Yeah, back then we just used to brave it. It would be you. Yo, remember with the OG Call of Duty? Because it was like the OG Call of Duty looked like the Civil War. So it was like you get called this. See, like y'all get called it with the new SWAT. Dude, it's like they got black characters and whatnot. Like it probably don't even hit the same. Back then, it's like imagine getting hit in the trenches with this little 1912 and somebody calling you the N word. It's like, what the fuck am I in right now? Am I in the Civil War? What the fuck is this? But you couldn't get enough of it. But the wildest part was you couldn't get enough of it. Like nobody could. It was just the most intense.
See, I always enjoyed these lobbies because it made me creative with how I speak to people. Either in the professional world or being unprofessional. I can literally say something off the top of my head and make you think about it. And once you thought about it and I walked away, you will realize how disrespectful it was. We got it from Fortnite nowadays. COD lobbies is all N-word, like grow up. Yeah, no, it's the usual thing. It's still the same thing. But COD Search and Destroy is still kind of hot mic, but not as much. I play silent. I don't go in there and talking to people.
Imagine these lobbies now times by 20. That's how the
Bruh,
lobbies was
it was
back
hot.
then.
Like you didn't
It
want to go in
was
a party chat.
hot. You couldn't even say one thing, and at that point in time, I was going through puberty, so niggas was
Yo,
pointing me out like a fucking sniper in the fucking
nah,
bushes, nigga.
it
Oh,
was
this
no.
nigga's the weak link.
Hold on.
Attack this nigga
No,
immediately.
especially like when you go into a lobby, they see like let's say because I've been rocking with Tsmoov 24 since when I had my 360. Say they see Tsmoov 24, they automatically know I'm black. So invert this, invert that, blah 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 blah, or some creative like slur, and I'll be like, I'm hurt, but I'm impressed with what you just came up with.
With the vocabulary in
Yo, bruh,
which they
bruh,
illustrate this shit.
yo,
I'm
it was
not
like,
gonna lie.
so I was like, I gotta get better at this, especially these children, that should not have been playing this game. I got into an argument with somebody's mama because I said I was saying,
Yeah,
but
that would
I
happen.
don't want us getting It was nothing. I didn't cuss or anything. I just said if she stayed on her knees a little bit longer, then we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but that was I remember, dude. There used to be the moms who would hear the kid would have it on the TV, and yeah, the mom would come in and just be mortified, like just be.
No, I got into an argument. Like the kid called me all types of N-word this, N-word that, and the mom came on. Oh, why are you talking to my son like that? I said, ma'am, for one, I'm pretty much a grown adult. I can play this game. Your son should not be playing this game. He's calling me all types of names. I didn't say squat to him. But if you was on your knees a little bit longer, we would not be in this situation. And I just know he logged out and I didn't see him on mine for the longest time.
Yep, that was. Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. This is a yeah.
Getting scolded
Like
by
that's
kids
where I
is
kind of feel bad for y'all.
That doesn't happen anymore. Oh, it still
The
happens.
Tampa Bay
the
just
only
scored.
thing that I like feel bad for y'all and in which y'all missed is just like we kind of had a lot more of the kinks. Like we had to work out the kinks of gaming a lot more, so we got a lot of like thrills from that. Whereas now I feel like so much of it is either perfected or being perfected that like you kind of miss out on that because it's like yo, we had a P5 now, and like even just the systems that like in the
Hold on. Hey,
capabilities of them,
boy,
it's like we got ray tracing and it's just
but
y'all got it at the perfected point.
but like you said, with like all the bugs and everything in the game, like Pokemon Red and Blue, if
Yeah.
you wanted to get Mew, you had to do like the little thing to bug the game and to bring Mew into the game.
Hmm.
Like
Yep.
you got to go to the truck, you got to stand behind the truck at this certain time, and something will happen. You move you go up, down, left, right, ABBA, like the Konami code,
Yep.
and all of a sudden he appears, and you can catch him. And it's only a one-time try and catch. If not, you gotta hope you saved it, because you didn't
Do
save
they
it.
still do stuff like that? Do they still do that in games
No,
now?
no, everything like
Yeah, like see
the
y'all
Pokemon
missed that.
now. The
Yo.
Pokemon now, like the DLC that came out, you can catch every starter from every generation in the game. It's not like you have to really go searching for them. They're out in the grass. They're out in the wild, walking around, which is cool. But I like the randomization. Like it took me forever
Yeah.
to find Entei, Suicune,
Yo, dude, you used to spend
bruh.
so much time trying to like, yo, you beat the game, and it was like you didn't even beat the game.
Pokemon
That
Go
was how it
pissed me
felt.
off.
It was another game that like y'all will still get new titles for, but y'all do not understand. Metal Gear Solid. Y'all, it's just I'm sorry, but that's y'all not gonna get that game. I hate that. I hate that for y'all. I really do. I really, 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 really do hate that y'all not gonna get that. But that game
they
during
do.
the kinks,
They do get it though. They didn't fix it. The old one.
yeah,
The only thing that they will not get, one memorable moment, you know that one dude that can read your mind or read what's on your memory
yeah,
card? You can't switch the controller
can't
for
do
it. You
that.
can't do that.
Mm-hmm. All like,
Yo, black guy from Fortnite, Metal Gear Solid 5 does not count. You the OG
yes,
back
that's
in the day. It's like,
see,
bruh, Kate, yo, bruh, We right here. That's the first game I played stealthy on. I did not want to go loud and proud or anything. It made me want to play stealthy that whole
Nigga,
game.
if you started to air that bitch out, nigga, your ass
It was
was
over.
grass.
It was over.
Every single time.
Every time.
Yo, I never played a Metal Gear Solid game up until the most recent one, the Phantom Pain that came out. I'm like, all right, because I never had a PlayStation, or I had a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, but I never was introduced to that type of game at that point in
Man.
time. So don't judge me. But I had an Xbox.
Mafia.
I went to PlayStation, got Phantom Pain. I'm like, nigga, if I go loud in this, unless I got some astronomical ass upgrades on my guns and rocket launchers, all sorts of crazy shit, my ass is grass. These niggas is gonna flank me, do some crazy AI bullshit, come up with a game plan, root me out, get me weak, break my shields.
Honestly, I honestly recommend like they gotta if they don't have a way to play those old games, I almost like just like it's something about it's hard, I feel like, to try to have somebody today try to go back and play those games. But like if you got a large enough appreciation, it's almost like me like old school rap in a way. Like if you got a large enough appreciation for rap, then it's like I almost would just tell you like go back, listen to some of the stuff that came out in like the early 2000s and 90s, so that way because you might appreciate it. It's almost the same thing with the games where it's like, damn, I almost wish you could get like a PS2 and just because it was just
hold on.
Max Payne. I don't even think we'll ever see that.
Yeah,
on like
Max Payne was fire.
Remember, like I don't think that you will get that today.
It gave you like the Matrix game too. That Matrix game was
I had mine for the longest too.
Fire. And I still couldn't beat that Matrix game. Is that my PS2?
No, it's my PS2. I don't know what you're talking about. It's mine.
I think my PS2 back at the crib. That's crazy though. That Matrix game was fucking phenomenal, but I can never beat that. True Crime. That was a phenomenal game.
Dog, it's so many games where it's just like I know for like even with me not playing games like very recently, I just know for a fact it's like test of time.
Oh,
bruh. NBA Street Volume 2, Soul Calibur, come see me.
Soul Calibur, that's that shit.
The best NFL game of all time.
What is it?
Damn, that's the
Nigga got 2K5. That shit finna be 20 years.
Bruh, this game still hit. Bruh.
Yup, NBA
Streets.
NBA Street, NFL Street. Oh my gosh, yes, that's another one that's like, yo, you just had to be there. Def Jam. Jesus.
I still hate Fat Joe to this day.
Here's a good question for y'all. And then I feel like we're going to end off on this for the night. Knowing that we're at a certain age demographic in our lives right now, do you feel like gaming as of recently has held the same nostalgia for you as it has when we just went back in time and talked about all of these other games that we grew up on and everything like that? Do they hold different weight? Are they the same? Is one more than the other?
No, I just think it's different.
This is different generations.
No, I feel like it's different now because when we got those games, it was like a sense of wonder. Like you mentioned before, Terrence, we weren't the ones really paying for those games when we first started gaming. And secondly, it was like we weren't really getting into the spoilers, the rumors, the leaks, things like that. And then it was like you were able to enjoy it more. But now you realize when you're playing games now, it's like to de-stress from everyday things in life. When we was playing games as younger kids, we was in school playing games, we was outside. Now I'm at work, now I'm working again, now I'm paying bills. Let me play this game so I can just at least relieve some type of stress. So I feel like when we were younger, it was like life was obviously more enjoyable. We didn't have much to worry about, but it was like you look forward to playing your games. I don't know, I think it's just like just growing up though, you know?
Yeah. Cape Crusader, he brought up a good point too. He was like, in our era was the beginning of gaming, so it was like an escape more really back during that time. Which yeah, I do definitely like it. But us growing with it too, I feel like that did it almost kind of like there was this sense of it where you were in the real, like you were in reality, right? Like you had to go get the game, you had to figure out how to get the game, you were watching as the game had problems. Like it just was really realist. It was real. This is realism at that point. But then when you got to actually go into the game, then it was like there's just like this growing perspective that you just had, and you never again, to Derek, to your point, the fact that we didn't have like spoilers, we didn't have all of this stuff around it. It was just kind of like it really felt like you were entering a world in that regard. But the only point that I would say is like because as soon as Rob brought this point up, the thing that jumped up into my mind immediately, the newest God of War that came out, like not the second, not Ragnarok, but that first one when it came out. That like there's certain games that come out today that I feel like they just kind of like they got that same weight, like they just kind of stood the test of time, and they got that weight that feels that way. Like when I played God of War, I was like, this shit is like, first of all, the fact that it felt different, but also kind of felt reminiscent in a way to like the older God of War, which was like I would consider in that previous era. And then like with this one, it's like the new era, but again, like so much of it was done so well that it's like it's in that same realm where I'm like I will remember that. As long as you bring up gaming to me, I can bring up that the same way I could bring up like a Metal Gear Solid, and how I can never forget that. And granted, that game came out in this newer generation. I hear a lot of people say things about like Elden Rings. I haven't played this game, but like the Elden Rings and the Elder Scrolls and Elden Ring and like some of the games that are those types of games, I hear people say all of the time like this is some of the best game like gamings that have come out, period. Like it's just really 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 good. Skyrim, black guy from Fortnite just added in there too. Yeah, like that's another example of that. Like I've heard these games, they sound like they have that same effect.
Yep.
You know, where it's like they
GTA
stand.
6.
Yeah, GTA, right? Is like GTA 5, even the last one to come out, GTA 5. Like that is a game that you can't forget that game. I don't care. People who didn't even fucking play that game, you will not forget that game. When you think of modern gaming, that game is coming up. Just gaming, period. That game is coming up, and so I don't think that like there's nothing that's been lost per se. It's just different. See, and that's the wild part. By the time, see, and that's what GTA, black guy from Fortnite's comment right there. GTA 5, we had to ask our parents about. So I didn't. Like, I was at the point where I was an adult, where I could. But we just got done talking about how we had that experience for other GTA games. So you see what I'm like, certain games, maybe it could even extend to franchises, but just certain, if a game gonna hit, it's gonna hit. Like that memory that we had with some of the earlier Grand Theft Autos, black guy from Fortnite is gonna have with Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's never gonna leave your head. Like that's a memory. That's like you remember that. Like you remember how you felt. You remember all of that. That will sink in. And it's just like wow. Like even for me, and it's gonna happen for the younger gamers, there's gonna come a point in time where it's like when you like I remember when I was like GTA 5, and there's another point in that for me because that was the first GTA that I could buy on my own. I was an adult old enough to, I'm pretty sure, was I? Shit, maybe I was maybe I got this fucked up.
No, GTA 5 came out when we was in high school.
Yeah, no, maybe I do got this fucked. Well, I don't know how, but I don't know. I got that game by myself.
I was an adult when
I got that game by myself. I know, but like I'm thinking about it now. You're right. I was a kid during that game. That's how long ago GTA 5 fucking came out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was still like, I got that game though. Like, that was the first GTA I know for a fact. I went straight up to the store. I wasn't 18 though. You're right. Cause I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, I definitely had GTA before I was 18.
I'm not
But
gonna
that
lie.
was the first one where I was able to get it by myself.
I'm not gonna lie with GTA. Even though just going back to the earlier point with Rob when he said that's
Damn.
the first game he was able to finesse from my Dukes. I had a moment where I could have shut that down, but me being a nice big cousin, I let you rock. Because there's many moments we sitting there playing GTA 4 and you sitting there bazookaing the heck out of me, thinking you funny, while we couch co-oping it.
You damn Skippy.
Yeah, I could have easily told your mom this is not the game you're supposed to be playing. But
Nah,
I let you rock.
Nah.
That's
You would
something
have
that
told. I would have
probably.
told too.
What
But
was
like,
you gonna
okay,
tell?
speaking
Because
about
it was your Xbox.
speaking
So, like I
speaking
said,
about that though, but like, okay, so that's a good point though that you brought up in this topic to think about. Is that something that ever dies in gaming? You know what I'm saying? That's a memory that I feel like no matter what, well, I don't know, maybe now not so because they got the damn credit cards.
well, at the same time, like Kate Crusader said, our viewpoint on gaming is different now compared to kids. That's the only different. Well, along with Black guy from New York, black guy from Fortnite. Now kids got it easy compared to black and white days and night. Yeah, because y'all got YouTube. Y'all got YouTube.
Yeah.
We had to sit there and struggle with every puzzle. Going back to God of War 1 and 2. Before we had the PS3. That's when the YouTube era started to kick in. We can actually look stuff up. But God of War 1 and 2, all those puzzles were stupid hard.
Yeah.
I spent 3 days on one puzzle before I got to the next room, and I had to spend another week trying to fight the boss, which took forever.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was.
And honestly, like my whole thing is struggling. If you didn't get it, you had to get the game book walkthrough, and those were expensive. Those was like an extra $20. Our parents wasn't gonna buy that and the game. You had to get.
Yeah, you had to hustle. That was a thing with gaming. You had to hustle. Like that literally was like.
I had to hustle.
I know people. I know people that had to jump off the porch. Like video games, what started them jumping off the porch. That was a real thing.
Niggas had to hear about the new video games from Game Informer magazines.
Right, and those was like what, $5 a pop. You couldn't. You need your parents.
You had to have that one person that brought it to school. Everybody just sitting around trying to look at that one Game Informer.
Shout out William Lewicki on that shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, my grandma will always give me the subscription. Shout out to grandma, no cap. She always
that's where I would usually go and read it at.
They always come through every single time. All these new games. I'm like, yo, this.
Had to finesse. I finessed that motherfucking game card shit to get that motherfucker. You used to be in GameStop drug dealing. Like that was GameStop was teaching us stuff we had no business learning. And it was over games, but you were learning skills that like low key it translated in other parts of life. Like
yes, indeed.
Cause you would be in GameStop bartering for that game too. It would be like, yo, I got this and this. How much can I get for this? And GameStop be like 2 pennies. And you would be like, but I need this game. We gonna have to figure this out. The disc is clean. It ain't got a single scratch on it. You ain't telling me this shit 2 cents.
Yo, here the funny thing is, I had a moment where before GameStop became GameStop, it was EB Games back in the day.
EB Games.
So I went in there with 10 PlayStation 2 games, thinking I'm about to walk out with like at least 3 games. I was
at least 3.
I went in there because I wanted to get NCAA 10 or whatever it came out for PS2 or 06 or 07. I went in there and they told me for the 10 games it only gave me just enough and I had to pay like $2. So 10 games, say about $3 a pop. 1 or 2 games maybe like 10 or $15. I go back, my mother getting her nails done. She was like, where'd all your games go? Oh, I traded them in for this one. They only gave you this one for what we paid for? I was like, that's how it is. Like
that's how you had to be defending GameStop to your parent because you didn't give a fuck at this point.
I just wanted to
this is a real thing.
I wanted to play. I said, I'm not playing these other 10 games. I told her I'm not playing these 10 other games. And I wanted to get this one. This is the only one I'm gonna play. You don't have to worry about getting me nothing until Christmas.
Your
mother-
parent be looking at you like,
Yo.
yo, they just finessed you so hard.
I-
And you would be sitting there
Yo.
defending GameStop
Yo.
like, no, listen, it's just how they system work. Just don't talk about
Yo,
it.
and then
I
we
gotta
get
get
older,
this
and then we
game.
get older, we realize I really did get finessed because now
I was getting
I'm
finessed.
like,
I never
They would
traded my
flip that
shits into
game.
EB
They would
games.
flip it.
I
They would
didn't know they
flip
was
it.
moving like GameStop. They sound like they was worse than GameStop.
No.
10 games?
EB Games is GameStop. They just changed the name.
Yeah, they just
They just
changed the
changed the
name.
Because
name.
if you go to Canada, it's still EB Games. It just
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah,
Nah,
and then
that's head crack.
yeah.
They go
But yeah,
crazy
yo,
with
EB
that
Games back in the
trading
day
value.
did have the tournaments and everything. Cause I played in one. I played in a Madden tournament and won.
Oh man,
And one.
dude, yeah.
And
You a
one.
little bit. You got us a little bit because I do remember that. But Jesus, we were young. We were. I don't even know if I was even in gaming at that point, but I know exactly what he's talking about. They did used to have tournaments. It would be
They
like
did.
Street Fighter. Dude, you could go to different cities from that.
Yeah.
I used to remember that. People used to go to like
That was
you
the
would
start of
win
the
and then
wave.
you could go to a different city and yeah.
Imagine if niggas really took that shit serious. You think niggas would be up right now.
No. Some people Rad
Hold up.
Brad
Hold up.
on YouTube. That's one of them kids.
Hold up. I told my mother and my father I could have been one of these esports stars making all this money let's say I was retiring from esports around this time. They was like, so what happened? You had me do homework. I was in front of the
Right.
game. You had me doing homework. I was out here
Put that
blocking
game off.
everybody.
You've been on that game all day. Now look.
Yep. They making
like,
millions.
He's making millions.
They on ESPN.
Bruh.
Well, I fucking know the Pythagorean theorem and shit like that, and not using it.
Don't even use it.
Not using it for nothing.
Bruh, like they literally took away one of my dreams because I could have been a top Madden player. I kid you not. Like my cousins beat the stew out of me, but I beat everybody else. They molded me into a menace, and it got to a point where go to college, my skills started to diminish a little bit because I had to actually study. But then other than that, like if anybody come to me, oh, I could whoop your behind in Madden. Really? Okay, grab the sticks, put your money up. All right. I gotta go back to my high school days. And I almost got kicked out about like 5 or 6 high school tournaments because I was cussing up a storm. And my opponent.
I can see that.
Bruh. Cause
Niggas
people
got
had
some
me
hate.
hot. People had me hot, man. And then I got G'd out of Bills tickets for a Madden tournament at my school. The one kid got knocked out the tournament. And the person I was supposed to play that I know I could beat, the dude that got knocked out the tournament ended up playing me, and I wasn't expecting that. And it kind of threw me off. And I lost by a field goal, and I was ready to fight him.
Yeah.
Cause I wanted them tickets bad. I wanted them to. It was good. See, it was 50-yard line tickets. It was
Yeah,
50-yard line
ugh.
tickets. I wanted to fight him. So I'm so tight.
It was like that. And another thing that was like that Cape Crusader and Black Guy from Fortnite brought up is the trading cards. That was a phase. That was a phase.
still blame my
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I still blame my mother for throwing out my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had first edition.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
had-
dude.
I had the
Same
first
thing happened
edition-
with me.
I had the first edition Kaiba deck.
I was so mad.
First edition Yu-Gi deck. I had 2 each, one to play with and one to save on the side.
Yeah.
All them gone.
Yep.
All them gone. I was like,
The same thing
I was
happened to me.
Where my bin at? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I threw that stuff out.
What? You know how much money? Yeah,
I
and
was
it's
like,
like,
you know
do
how
you
much money you just
understand
threw
how
out?
much money?
I was like, you know how much you threw out? Because it was sealed. It was sealed,
Yeah.
y'all. The ones I didn't play with was sealed. With the cellophane
Yeah.
wrap and everything on it.
Yeah.
That deck nowadays is going for at least like 1,500.
Yep. Yeah, I hated that when
That's
because we went so crazy. We went so crazy at getting them that I'm like, I know that I had. Yeah, it would be binders. Exactly. That's exactly how it was. I remember going to Boy Scouts, all of that. It'd be binders. Everybody had binders of these cards. I was like, and you had different binders. It was like, I didn't even know why I was collecting. It was just such a phase. I didn't even know. I didn't even care about playing it, really. I just wanted to collect them. And then people telling me, yeah, they could be worth money. And then that was a whole thing. So then I'm like, yeah, no, I'm definitely. This is like baseball cards.
Yo, and the one thing that had me tight, one of my good friends, he committed suicide back in middle school. One of my good friends. One of my first friends I actually made out in the school district I got moved over to. He gave me his full collection, and it was a holographic first edition Red Eyes Skull Dragon card. Still pissed that card's gone. Still pissed.
Jeez.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
I'm not even worried about the money. It was a sentimental value because he gave it to me the day that he committed suicide that night.
Oh yeah.
Because I was asking him, like, why are you giving me? He's like, I want you to have them. I'm like, what? It was like me being a child around the time. I'm like, why are you giving me these things? Not really thinking, because suicide not on my mind. Like, I'm just sitting here just trying to get through the school day and just get home and play video games. That night, boom. I was like, now I understand there's a reason why certain things happen. And years later, once I couldn't find my cards and my mother said she threw them out.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was hot.
Mm-hmm. That's how those things were though. That's one thing about like the gaming. I will say this because I had brought up Max Payne earlier, and the person who gave me Max Payne, they actually passed away like shortly after they had gave me the game. So like that's another thing that y'all kind of lose is that like just certain exchanges with people back in the day, they like you don't have that where it's like this kind of holds some sentimental value or weight to me because like if you go to get a game now, you just got to go on the game and download it. You know, back then it was like again if you had to deal with age like restrictions or financial restrictions or whatever it was, like that might you had a memory that might have came off of that whatever that person had gave you. Cause yeah, I actually you made me immediately think about that. I remember it was so hard for me to get when I had my PS2, it was so hard for me to get rated R games because my parents was like, and the news was just killing. Like the news was not helping. They were like, fuck all of these games, fuck all of these games.
Video
you hate your kids if you buy these games.
Your kids and the murderers.
Yeah, yeah, like. Yeah, I get that. I do. A lot of people our age do that too. I noticed that a lot of people our age they still get physical. It's like you don't even have to do it. But I think because for a lot of us it was true. You would have situations where it was like, man, like I remember how I had to go through hoops to get that. And it was a memory.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the funny part. That's why like I ended up trading in my PlayStation digital version and ended up getting physicals. I just need physicals. It's just something. I need them.
It's tied to it. For the older generation, I really do believe that. It's so much of that is tied into the it's like don't take that away from me because that again, like those all of that stuff, the exchanges, even when I remember when PSPs came out. Let's even just if we stepped into that for a second, them little discs. I remember so many times just like you would trade those things. You know, if a friend got sick of one, y'all just traded them with each other and whatnot. Here, you take this one, you take that one. Like it was camaraderie behind all of that, dude. That's why I don't think anybody. I think as long as they make video games with physical, our age group and demographic will always be like, yep. Let me. Even if you don't get like, say you do get the digital, I feel like down the line you gonna end up getting the physical one. Just because you gonna want to go back to that, you want that. You gonna want to go to Walmart and get it or GameStop and get it. You gonna want to have that exchange just for the sentimental value, if anything.
Now I don't know what game I will forever buy physical games for real. Yo, bruh, agreed. But Black Guy from Fortnite said, wasn't there that one game that Rockstar made that had to remove because the kid did a mass shooting or something?
Probably.
The only one I know that got removed or even like banned or even like pushed out of rotation was Manhunt. Manhunt 2. That was the only one because it was so gruesome, but I don't think it was due to the mass shooting. They tried to say it's because of GTA, but couldn't really.
Right.
Yeah, I remember the GTA one when some dudes started going around shooting people. I think it was at like a diner or some shit.
Yeah, but that wasn't due to that.
It was okay. Yeah, I feel like I briefly remember this. I feel like I do briefly remember this. Really quickly, just because I noticed this. Did y'all want to talk about Masha?
The only thing we could talk about it, we could probably pick it up on the next episode. But it's
Uh
that
huh.
title sequence song is OP. That's my song right there, man. I'm on my hips and stuff.
All right, so real quick, I haven't seen it. Why would y'all? I'm gonna start it, but like before I start it, why would y'all recommend it? Let's just do that real
Because the
quick.
OP so hard. I didn't even see season 1. As soon as I heard the thing for season 2, I'm about to go watch season 1. Like as soon as we get off the line. Like you don't understand. I'm gonna let that title sequence play all the way through.
He said it's that good.
It's that good.
I watched season 1 and it was pretty. It's a different.
What's up with it? Yeah,
It's Harry Potter on crack.
It's a
yeah.
different
Cape
type of
Crusader. It's
story.
an anime.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
skip
different.
that one.
It's a different type of story, but it's unique to the point where it's super captivating. Because I don't think I've ever heard of a story to the same fact of this, to the certain extent. I'm gonna just lay the baseline. I'm not trying to
Right, before you start too, and I don't mean to interrupt you. Can you just say like what the full name?
I got
Okay,
it.
nope, never mind.
Mashley,
Terrence.
yeah, Mashley, Magic and Muscles. My bad. But it's basically this guy, super strong. I guess he's just trained over the years, type of shit. But he doesn't have magic, and he's in a world of magic. People who don't have magic are viewed as outsiders, all that other jazz and everything like that. And I guess you could say it could be kind of like a Black Clover type of parallel to it.
It's a funny version of Black Clover.
To a certain extent,
Okay.
it's a funny version, but it's also a bit more unique in that extent as well, because I feel like this character is already OP as fuck. Like we don't know his exact power level at this point in time, but he's so nonchalant about his shit, you would never guess what it would be. Like Black Clover is Asta. It's a character. He's in your face. He's an MC. It's like Naruto. It's like not Ichigo, but it's like fuck, who else? Gone. It's like in your face, or Luffy in your face. There, they gotta be there. They're taking center stage. But it's kind of like this dude could like drift to the side, kind of thing. He'd be chill out, be reserved more so.
Mm-hmm.
He like Toji kind of.
Yeah, yeah. You can say that.
Without the
SFL,
light.
Okay.
if you're not watching, it's another good anime from this season. What's SFL? SFL.
Yeah, what is this? SFL.
I'm gonna just plug real quick too. Undead Unluck. I don't know why. I don't understand why it's like I'm not hearing anybody talk about this, and I think that it's a really good anime.
Undead.
I don't.
Unluck.
I've heard nothing about it, and I just keep watching it. Like, wow, this is real. I knew nothing about the show. Nothing.
Nope.
I knew nothing. Yeah, I knew nothing about it before watching it.
Oh,
I just
Shangri-La
saw it.
Frontier.
Oh yeah, I've watched that. It is really good. Yeah. I started that one too, and I'm caught up on it. That is Shangri-La Frontier is really good.
What's that?
I gotta check that one out.
It's kind of unique. It is about like where instead of like isekai where like you know like the person get lost in the world in a sense. Like this one is just like gamers. It's like about a gamer. And typically the titles that he plays are trash games. Like they even refer to them as like trash games. But there's a game that comes out called Shangri-La Frontier, and he's starting to play this, and that's like the series, and we're watching, like you get to just kind of see like the equips. It really make you want to play a game. That's one thing that I like really do like about it. It make me want to play. That's why I'm like keep saying like, dang, I need to get back into games. It's also because of this show, because it's just kind of like the same things that you would go through as if you were playing like I guess like a Elder Scroll or Skyrim, like where you kind of like build the character out. You got to give them certain weapons, like certain thing. You could attribute certain skills and whatnot. Like they go through all of that with the character. But then they also have like a unique anime story to it as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's I ain't seen anything like it. That's why I really like it. That is funny. That's it. Dr. Dead FGC. Thank you for joining, by the way. But he said new opening is the only reason we even hearing about mash show. So
Nah,
Got that
man.
damn,
right.
to your
That's
point.
the
I'm not gonna
story
lie.
required,
I
man.
knew about it. My friends told me about it, but yo, that joint hit. Yo, son, they added a Jersey Club beat to an anime, son. It made me want to go stupid, son.
And they hit that hole, but it's perfect for this shit.
Oh.
Especially how the first 2 episodes of the new season done dropped. The man's that came back. He's standing on business type shit. He's standing on business type shit. So
Hey,
you feel
yo,
me?
it's an update.
Her,
The Bucks putting that dick on the Eagles.
All right, again.
Darius Slay is out with a major injury though. Like
That's
that's why like
insane.
my face was like,
He just got pulled off on carded.
Bro,
bruh,
it's 25-9.
bruh, his leg though bent. Oh, that was disgusting.
Slay boy.
No,
Hey,
Slay is
God.
hurt. Like he bent. Like it's like his
Oh, I
knee
gotta
went
go
like
back
this
to
in
it.
a sense. Ugh.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, but nah, Mashley, this new season has been outside of the OT. The
Hold up.
OT's obviously.
yeah,
Dr.
Yeah.
Dead, solo leveling. We talked a
Oh
little bit about it
yeah.
earlier,
We
but we didn't want to
Nah, we could chat about it real quick since we already talked about Mashley. I mean, did y'all watch it yet? No.
I haven't. I watched it. I haven't watched it all yet.
bruh.
I've
First
watched
two episodes when that statue went. Nah, son, I got scared. I felt it,
Talking
especially
about
when I
solo
read
leveling.
it. Oh my goodness.
yeah. That's what I like about this is I've read Solo Leveling and I'm still like, maybe it's just because it's been a while or just because the show is that good. But like I'm like sucked in as if I didn't read it. Pause if needed. But like I'm like literally I paused it. I didn't know if somebody was I didn't know. Listen, I
Wait,
didn't
what?
know. I didn't know and I was like, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be the first one to catch it. But but I really when you read it, it's the same emotion.
Yeah.
And I just was like really shocked that would usually that don't happen for me like that. If I've read the material beforehand, I'm like, oh, Dr. Dead, that we were talking about that in one of our
damn.
previous episodes. I would kind of recommend you go listen to some of our older episodes too, because we were talking about that. Like I really hated the God of Tower whole situation because I'm a really big fan of God of Tower. And I don't know what's up with that at this point. But I think solo leveling though is I hope that it's liked a lot because I know reading it where it goes and I like how the world kind of this is what the show kind of made me realize too. I can't think of a series that has the whole Dungeon Dragon-esque, like you gotta walk into a dungeon where they actually they use the resources and they do different things from the actual dungeons. You see it back in the actual world. Now, granted, I might just have not seen the another anime, but it has been done before. I'm just saying I haven't seen it before. But like that whole the way that just gets fleshed out, the way that like the stakes are kind of like tied to that, like dog Rob, like I don't know how far you got in reading it, but they kind of got like this little chimera ant arc part.
I'm getting there.
You getting there? Yeah, like I can't wait for that. And then just the stakes during that, it really is written well.
It is.
It's just like because mind you, my favorite anime is Hunter x Hunter. So when I was reading this, I was offended. That's how I started it. That's how when they got to that little chimera part, yeah. When they got to that, I was offended at first. I was like, ain't no way. Y'all not about to parody my shit. Ain't no way. There's no way. And then I was by the time I got to the end of it, I was just like, that was really good. Like
now,
was
my question is though, do they do it better than Hunter x Hunter, like in the sense of chimera ants?
Maybe. I mean, I know that the arc is really, really well written, so they could, I agree with that, Doctor. That
Yeah,
I do.
it's going to break it. It's going to break it. I'm like a quarter of the way through the manga, well, the manhwa, and bruh, that man.
I say isekai, and it might actually break in manhwa a lot better
Is it really an isekai
too.
though? Is it really an isekai though? That's the
I feel
problem.
like it is.
It's not, but it
I feel like
is. It's
I feel like
like
it has. I feel like it has major elements in there.
It
You
has elements, but
obviously have some other elements in there. It reminds me explicitly of like reincarnated as a slime,
but
or
the
this
thing
time
is,
I was
he doesn't. When you're
reincarnated as a
isekai, you go
other.
to a different world.
a
He
different
stayed in the
world.
same
He
world.
doesn't.
He stayed in
And
the same
that's
world.
what I love about it though. But that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's what I love about it. The fact that like so like even when you like, all right, let's go to like God or what is it called? Goblin Slayer. Like when you go to a show like that, right? Like
Oh,
it's Dungeons and Dragons, you stuck in the world, you don't like there's no tiptoeing back and forth, anything like that. There's no like you know what I mean? Like it's just it's
Them
But
you
goblins,
once you get past that it's not that bad. But
them
yeah, the
goblins going
goblins
to
be
work.
doing a lot.
well, what
But
about this? What about this? If you haven't watched Solo Leveling, this is a spoiler within the first 2 episodes,
Don't
or
spoil it.
yeah, end of the second
Spoil
episode.
it.
It's a spoiler alert. All right, so I'm letting y'all know. What if it is, the isekai y'all saying that it's usually somebody going into a different world, right? What if he brought the different world to himself because of all of the notifications that he's been getting that has placed him in the sort of game where only
It tie
he can
into
see
it.
it,
Okay.
where only he can see it.
So okay.
That's why I feel like it's kind
Let
of
me
switched it a little bit,
hold up.
where they manufactured it, where instead of the world being something that has surrounded him, it is only something that affects only him.
But bruh, let me break this to you. When they explain that some people have double awakenings, right? So you saying every person that has a double awakening technically is isekai in the same world, because the world
I
is
wouldn't
all,
say that, no,
but
because
because
nobody has had that same power as
Jinwoo,
him.
Jinwoo.
Yeah,
But the thing is,
nobody has had the same power as him.
but you haven't gotten to that part. You haven't finished the whole thing yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind like when you read it, and that's where they fleshed. Like I feel like, and I'm not caught up to date with reading it, but from where I did leave off, um, dang, I don't want to.
Doctor, don't spoil it yet.
Yeah,
Don't spoil it yet.
I don't know. It's some
Don't
shit I
spoil
don't
it
know.
Dad, spoil it.
Don't-
Spoil it, nigga.
Yeah.
No,
it's
hell
too.
No.
It's
It's some
because
shit I don't know.
No. It's not
There's
like
some
he's
shit I don't know.
hold on. It's not like he's
No.
spoiling the anime. He's gonna spoil the manhwa. I didn't get to the finish.
Yeah,
I got all 180 chapters. I'm trying to get through.
I can't. Yeah, I don't
I'm
want to.
confused.
I don't
So
wanna-
y'all making
I
it
don't wanna
seem
do
like it's
that.
other niggas that do this shit there.
They explain
other
that other
niggas-
people have double awakenings. They explain it when this
Just-
happens. They explain it.
Just
But I thought double awakenings and the specific awakening that Jinwoo had in terms of him being able to level up throughout the levels. I thought even when you awaken, you still only awaken maybe in the next level, but most likely staying in the same level. I thought that's what the narrator said in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's the thing. We don't know. That's why I haven't gotten to the part where they explain it, because Dr. Dead is saying it's going to be some heat later on in the story, and I don't want him to spoil it. Because if we find someone else that has the same similar situation that Jinwoo is in, and
Dr. Dad, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this because I know I'm not gonna spoil it, but you read it, so you gonna know. OG. OG.
Oh, I just peeped when he came in. That nigga. Oh.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm not caught up on reading it, but what you describing, it seemed like from where I left off, they already started. They dive into that. They dive into that.
Yo, where y'all reading this shit at?
I have it in the Google Drive doc for you, bro.
He left it in the Google Drive, so you can
I ain't
read
getting
it
no
on your
Google
phone.
Drive. Oh, nigga, I'm thinking about
Well, the
notes.
episodes are.
I think about notes. No, I just
I'm
started.
like, yo, this shit not in
I
my
just
notes.
started reading about
Nah, it's
OG.
in the Google
You
Drive
just
while the
reminded
episodes
me
are.
about that. I was wondering. I'm like, this nigga that
Google.com.
just pressed him is supposed to be this top echelon type nigga, and he just packed this nigga up like he was fucking nothing.
Bro, just listen.
Yo, I don't see nothing in no.
Do you see all the episodes?
You gotta go to Squad Nero.
Go to the
something.
Squad Nero folder.
Yeah.
I ain't got no Squad
Yeah.
Nero.
Man, it's. I think that solo leveling is
Nah, but
I was really excited for it to come. It come out and
Oh shit, there we go.
that first two
Yeah, dude.
episodes, I didn't even read any solo leveling up to that point in time. As soon as I watched that first episode, it got me to read that joint
Yes,
even
sir.
expeditiously because I
Bruh.
was just curious. I had too many questions. They already had me hooked. I'm already on like chapter 40 or slash 50. I can't remember, something in that range. So I'm getting to the meat and potatoes of this shit, man. And boy, I tell you, it's a good, sweet, get to the point type of story, which I like. Don't drag this shit out.
Yeah, but and that's
But
the part
it's
that's
done.
cool
It's
about it
done.
is that
It's
like
already done.
I
They ain't
know,
dragging nothing out.
I
That's
know.
the thing I like about it.
That's-
I like an anime
yeah.
that's straight finish.
But even when they was coming out with it, it seems like it was getting straight to the point. It wasn't no
They was already right there with everything. It was over.
Sprinkled on in there.
And the
for no
thing
reason.
is though, like the pacing per episode too is really, really good. Like I felt like it gave like I'm like, yeah, this is about as much as you need to be. Like when first episode ended, I was like, oh yeah, that's about as much. That's pretty good. Like that's for somebody who didn't, because I try when I watch something, especially if I've read it, especially in the case where I read it, I think like how would somebody who hasn't read it like absorb that first episode or like absorb it as it's coming out. And I'm like, that's not bad. Like I like where they ended on episode 1, and then when we got to the end of episode 2, I'm like, that's not bad. I'm like, yo, this is actually moving along pretty
every
good.
episode they ended on every crucial part, especially the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
You see that the statue look down at him and start smiling. He says, "Get down." Boom. End of that one. Now we ready for episode 2. It ends off with him getting body and that thing popping up. Do you want to continue on? You have 0.2 seconds before your heart gives out. Screen goes to black. They do a good job with this, just finishing every episode off, not leaving us on a cliffhanger like JJK. And now we gotta wait for the Culling games, but that's neither here nor there. Now I gotta catch up in the manga. And
That's
read
what they're
everything.
supposed to do. It was the end of the season.
No, the way it
It was
ended.
the end of the
Bruh,
season.
nah,
What you want
son.
us to do?
Because they ended the season in the middle of a chapter. They ended at the middle of a chapter. Finished the chapter in the episode. They did the
the
same thing.
cliffhanger keep people coming back for more.
Bruh, son. Bruh.
The cliffhanger keep people coming back for more.
I just
Especially not the people that read the manga, and it's probably a whole lot of just
and probably
anime
people who
watchers
read the
that don't
manga is
read the
probably
manga.
pissed off about that too, just like me.
Nah, I don't give a damn.
Of
I
course you
know it's
said.
gonna come. I don't give a damn. I know it's gonna come. Pause. I know it's gonna be here. At
I'm
some
sad.
point.
Y'all niggas been on one tonight. Yeah. Yo.
Wait, hold up.
Oh man.
What did Terrence say earlier? I know they're gonna come through and eat it up.
No. Don't bring me. Don't bring me in that one.
No, you said some foul shit.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh nah, but I'm really sad because the manga. I need more chapters to come out for everything. I don't know what is this like their little New Year break or something?
Oh man.
Because I don't like that nothing has dropped a new chapter, and I'm like, we need
Nothing
to.
finish
has?
Solo Leveling,
Either
Nyle?
One Piece.
Nah, I don't think anything did. Huh?
You finished solo leveling?
No, I didn't finish it. But I got pretty deep into the reading of it. Yeah. But it's good. It's like I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that I was gonna like stick with the series like that just cuz like new. You know how like sometimes with something new you just like even the style, like the art style and everything. I'm like I just really didn't. I was like I don't know. I might not be able to adjust to it. But that was the first. Yeah, I read Solo Leveling and then I started to read God Tower. or Tower God, excuse me. Yeah, I'm thinking of God. What's the other one? God of High School.
Got a
That's
high
the other
school.
one.
Yo,
Yeah,
T,
but
quick question. Is there a way that you can get out of high school on the
Why you gotta ask certain questions out in public?
on the
Why you gotta ask certain questions out in public?
I just had to
Why you
ask.
gotta ask a couple questions out in public?
Well,
You can
Do
let me know
everything
on the
illegal, chat.
That's crazy.
there is webtoons as well for if you would like to legally.
I watched it legally all the way through, but now I might
Like, I
illegally reread it. So,
My man said, I want all the
I
chapters
don't
in
know
one
what you want
spot.
me to do.
I want
I don't
everything.
know
No,
what
I
you
get
want me
that
to
though.
do. I
I
paid
get that
once.
though.
I don't need to pay again.
This man said,
Yeah.
We gonna
That's
keep that
really
to ourselves.
well, yeah. As solo leveling, kind of on like as more episodes come out though, I'm sure we're gonna just continue talking about it because it's. I can tell you right now, anybody that's liked it so far for what will probably conclude for the first season, you gonna be happy. You gonna want more, but you'll be pretty satisfied. Yeah.
Pause.
Yes, Derek. I'm sorry. It should be. I really the ant arc though. I really kind of want. If
It's another
anything,
ant arc.
well, it's one that they have in this. That's
Yeah.
like it's I call it it might actually be called the Chimera Ant arc. Like Derek is actually like a Chimera Ant arc, like how Hunter x Hunter had. That's why like
The worst shit I ever watched in my life.
no, but like this is
fire.
not the same. Hunter x Hunter, you could take that was mad deep. This is not
63 episodes of ant niggas.
this is not that deep. Like the Chimera Ant arc in solo leveling is not that it's good, but it's not as introspective and
This nigga has
all
a
of that.
disdain for ant people.
I like
All
the Chimera
forms of
Ant arc in
fashion.
Hunter x Hunter.
He don't like
But-
the Chimera ants. He don't like Ant Man. He don't like the Wasp. He don't
What's your
like
favorite
none of
arc? What's your
these.
favorite arc from Hunter x Hunter? The Yorktown arc?
What's Yorktown?
I like
The where they had to face the spiders. That was where Yugo or Yuglov, whatever his name was. The dude, remember the dude with the colorful eyes and the rings that is mad at all the spiders? Karapika. Where he fought. He fought the one
when he
spider.
told homeboy, I'm bringing this shovel and dug this grave for you. Yo, son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
You said
Was that
spiders. I'm
your-
like, you
Yeah,
talking about
the spider group.
the Phantom Troop.
Yeah.
Phantom Troop. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like that joint.
That was
but
your favorite arc. That was
I
a
like
good
it because
arc.
you saw a different side of some of the characters, and like Kurapika, I always thought I was like, damn, what's this nigga power? And I'm like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
My man said, I got this one
That was a
ability
good
that I
arc.
can only do one time, and I'm going to pack you up with it.
Yeah, right. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite arc too.
Hold on. The one moment for Karapika when he was playing bodyguard and he saw the eyes of his people coming that jar for the daughter and the look on his face, bruh. He wanted to off
Oh
that
my
thing
god,
right
you
in the
think
air.
that's crazy? Fam, you think that's crazy. The manga kinda has a remix to that.
Yeah, I gotta read the manga for Hunter. Hunter.
It ain't no point. It ain't never finishing.
Actually,
Ever.
the homeboy gave even though his health is deteriorating, he did give an ending for what it's going to be. And literally the way they explained it is Gon's daughter is going to pretty much do the same thing he did, catch the fish, which is like his graduation, like her graduation, but she pretty much tells her mom that she's not going on an adventure, she's going to stay there. So it pretty much just ends it right there. She don't want to do
It ain't never getting made.
Oh yeah, no, it's never gonna get to that point. But at least he gave us an ending.
He said, I'ma just tell y'all.
Pretty much.
Oh, Togashi. Oh my gosh, Togashi. Oh,
People don't want to.
that's
end things.
fucked up.
People don't want to end things.
I understand he got deteriorating in hell. He can't just go get somebody to draw it and he just write it. Like, that's okay. They don't like doing things like comic books though with manga because it's like a pride thing. It's like I'm not letting nobody else do my work.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I'm like, yo, just let somebody. Comic books do it all the time. Just let somebody just draw it. Let somebody else draw it. You have done enough to be considered a legend. Nobody is going to take anything away from you. Just go. You have back problems, bro. Like, just go get help. Just go get help. Like, it's like my mom being like, yeah, I can't run this rate. Like, what, dude? Just go get help. Get help. People are there to help you. Finish this story that everybody loves. Oh, I hate that because it's my favorite. It's like I love his writing style. I like his writing style from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Bro, don't
He just, I like it. I just like that style.
That you slide, that you slide. Got a whole line dance that song.
Hey, you see, hey, Derek was about to get your ass. He was about to get your ass.
I'm gonna let him slide.
You gonna let that shit slide? That shit was crazy.
No,
I like that song. Like, bruh.
it's the way you were saying it.
Yeah, it was the way you were
Yo,
singing it.
shut up. Shut up.
All right.
No, I'm about to watch Soul Leveling right now. I'm gonna go get some donuts and come back. I don't know why I told you that, but yeah, some donuts.
We could probably
wait. Y'all got Krispy Kreme
All
on
right
there?
about now.
We got Krispy Kreme. I'll go vandalize that shit right now. It's so bad. We got these donuts. They got Voodoo Donuts and they got Shipley's. Shipley's. I missed it talking to y'all Niggly Bears. It'd be 4, 6, 8, and 10. They got hot glaze, but they'd be like crispy. They'd be like 10 times better than Krispy Kreme. That was my thing to go today. I'll go at like 10 o'clock, but no, I'm talking about.
I don't know what the fuck he just called us.
Niggly Bears.
Yo, I never heard that.
I'm getting me a box when I come down there. I'm getting me a box.
Bro, quick story about that. This Spanish girl I was talking to in college, she was like, she was like, you're the first black person I really like. Usually they just act like Niggly Bears. And I didn't really know what to say. I just started laughing. I'm like, damn, that's some shit to say to a nigga. Like,
this really catch a motherfucker off guard. Yeah, to catch you off guard for real. What did you just? Niggly Bears.
I feel like it's the N word, but it's not the N word. It's so polite, but I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
Why you calling me this shit?
What the hell is a Niggly Bear? I don't know how to receive this.
Wow.
Yo.
Like,
no.
Oh man.
I would be
Niggly Bears.
I'm
about to call my coworker that. I'm be like, you damn Niggly Bear.
Go. You gotta go. I'm confused now. You gotta go. What just happened?
And on that one, this show's about to come to an end.
But this shit just took a turn.
Oh man. All right.
Send us off, Rob, on that one.
Oh, that'd be funny. Oh, that is funny, Niggly Bears. All right, so
Rob,
I am here with me and my fellow Niggly Bears. Now, aka Crocoscorner. We gonna have I'm sorry. His link to his podcast in the bio.
Yeah, we're gonna have some real new content in February. I think in February I'm gonna start launching some of that stuff we were talking about. It'd be good to build off of this, so look out for that, guys.
Yes, sir. And we got Derek Chef D.
Yes, sir.
Numero 2 for the Niggly Bears, and then numero 3 we got Tsmoov, where you can see all of these streams, comment live to be able to voice your frustrations about our comments or your likes about our comments, or even questions that you'd like us to ask amongst ourselves. We greatly appreciate that. And again, this is Squad Nero. We signing off episode 8. Back in this thing, we doing pretty good. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a nice day.
Thank you.
Adios. Go Bills.